Hi, Eddie, Riz.
All right.
What's up, Antonio? How you doing?
While I get
Oh,
everyone in
man.
here, the people that are in here already,
Guys.
I want to introduce them all. We got the founders of Poppy AI with us, Naz, Kazi, Amanis. We're getting things kicked off with 3 people on this call to give you so much value. But without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to them to give a proper introduction of who they are and what Poppy AI is.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm here today with Naz, who's my co-founder, and we
What's
built
up, everybody?
product Poppy, and then Amanath, who's our growth marketer and helps us crush it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Super
so
excited, guys. Super excited.
Yeah, so I think here's what we want to do, right? We want to show you guys how to make viral content. We want to show you guys how to make money from it. But what I want to know is like basically learn about you guys. Check out the Bulldogs. Yeah, I love Bulldogs always. So I want to give you, like, we want to make sure we give you guys value. So I want to know where you guys are at right now. So a couple of things in the chat. What platform do you guys right now make content on? So just drop that as one word. If it's YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, I just kind of want to see.
IG, Instagram, TikTok, IG. I see a lot of IG, TikTok, some YouTube, Facebook. Nice.
Great job. I love seeing this. The second thing I want to know is, are you guys making short form or long? So just say short or long, whichever one it is.
Yeah, shorts. I'm at a lot of shorts. Yeah, a lot of shorts.
Fantastic. And I want to know what following you guys have right now, like how much. So just like, for example, let's say, just maybe drop a number of your following. Exactly. 10K, 15K.
And if you have no following, if you're trying to start out, be like, just be like none.
That's fine. Yeah, perfect. 2K, 0 to 100, 500.
Yep.
Okay.
So and for you guys, what's the goal for you guys with making viral content? I'm curious as well. Like if your goal is to make viral content, what's the goal for you guys with the content?
Yeah,
brand awareness.
Sell my courses, brand awareness, monetize my hobbies, leads.
Yep, amazing.
Fantastic. Sell courses, more followers. And is there like a revenue goal associated with that? You guys want to get to a certain revenue per month, like 1K per month, 10K per month, 100K? Like, is there a specific goal you have in mind, just so we have a better understanding? 100K, 10K, 30K. Okay.
Nice.
Great. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like you guys want to make content, you want to build your brand, and then you want to monetize it. Does that sound about right?
And I'll ask one more question, just so we are aware as well. What type of businesses do you guys own? Just give me the category. Is it like coaching business? Is it a SaaS? Is it consulting, therapy, AI, marketing, travel, website, real estate, dentistry, marketing, a lot of marketing, SaaS, AI, coaching, finance, AI voice, online education, wow, music studio, real estate, personal development. Wow, super cool. A lot of marketing I see, a lot of consulting I see, and we even see some SaaS, which is super cool, I think. We can definitely resonate with some people on that side too.
Fantastic. Amazing. So this gives me a good baseline of where you guys are at. And I think with that said, we can kind of jump into it. And that's fantastic. So we'll give you guys a little bit of background, and then we'll show you guys kind of how to make more viral content using AI. Okay. So let me just give you guys a little bit on this. So let's go over here. So we built our own YouTube channel. So I'm sure you guys, everybody in here is obviously in the School of Hard Knocks community, have a brilliant YouTube channel. So we just want to give you guys a quick demo of us. We built a YouTube channel, got it to over 1 million subscribers. So we just want to show you guys like our short form content, right? We have content that's got millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. We have long form content that's got millions of views. And we grew this brand to over like $5 million. And we even use this brand to not only like help these people jobs and change their lives, but we use this brand to also do in-person workshops and events and things like that. So there's just so much you can do with the audience that you build. But the main problem that we see often that happens, and I'm sure now you can talk about this too, is people end up sometimes getting followers, but that does not translate into money.
Yes, correct. A lot of times you'll just get a bunch of followers, you'll get the views, but you don't necessarily know how to sell or what to sell, for example, or how to make your offer. And that's something that we can even talk about as well, which I think is super huge if you guys are interested in. But what we did is, at the end of the day, is we learned how to monetize our audience. We learned, we were in a very competitive space, and we learned how to be in a competitive space and still teach millions of people like how to become coders. And then at the same time, also make about what we did with 5 million per year, for example, or 3 million per year. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
yeah, we grew it quite a bit. And and then it depends however you want to monetize it, right? So for example, there's different ways. You can monetize it by selling courses, and we'll talk about that. You can monetize it by sponsorship deals. So for example, this is just one sponsorship deal we had with one of the companies, and they paid us like a $400,000 wire. And I wanted to show something interesting that a lot of people don't show, the amount of work some of this stuff takes. So the money's cool, all of that is cool, but it takes a lot of work, right? So this is the timeline of all of our work over many years of building this YouTube channel kind of visualized. It does take effort and consistency, but we want to take our lessons that we took 6-7 years and want to give them to you guys kind of right away, okay?
Yep.
So one valuable thing I'm going to share with you is this. Generally, when you're going to be building your brand, you guys can take a screenshot of this or whatever you want. This is what it looked like at a high level. There are 4 steps really that you're doing. You're giving value, and this is basically your YouTube video, right? So, School of Hard Knocks is similar. They're making a YouTube video.
Or Instagram or TikToks.
Right, exactly. So put it on any platform. You can do it Instagram, you can do it as short form. You're basically making a video that gives people value, and then you're kind of collecting them as leads, right? So you get them as leads, and then you sell them stuff. So if I were to zoom into this, what this means is here's a video, and here's a link to join something. And you can do this on TikTok or Instagram and short form content, right? Same thing here. We gave a lead magnet. We're like, hey, we have a JavaScript course, which is like just a free course that we're giving. We had hundreds of thousands of people join this free course, and that gave us people that we could promote stuff to. And then we sent them emails, and then they bought stuff, and right. So does this so far make sense? I just want to get a pulse check. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask.
And to give you guys content, we did this for years. This is not a thing where this happened in literally like a month and all of a sudden you start to make money and stack cash, right? Like you have to do, there's a lot of value that has to be added first, right? Like kind of like the jab, right hook. You have to give a lot of value first. Then you figure out, then you give even more value to like lead magnets, right? And then you figure out how to sell. And there's something really important for you guys to understand, which is like it's okay if your content does not go viral initially. It's okay if your content is not super, it's not bringing you money yet. It's something that's just a patience game a little bit.
Yes, and don't get discouraged if your videos don't get a lot of views, because there's some channels that literally have under 10,000 or 5,000 followers, and they're doing $1 million a year. And there's channels like our YouTube channel, it's getting, I'll give you guys a punchline, but for our software, our YouTube channel is doing like, it has 1,000 subs, but we're literally doing like 500K a month. And so we're gonna give you guys context around it, that it's not always about the views, but views do help, but you need to like focus on how you can monetize it.
Yep, exactly.
And so that's just a little bit of context. We're gonna finish it off with a couple of more things. So, over the span of all those years, we got good at content, and that means short form content on YouTube, Instagram, right? Like Naz grew his own Instagram audience to over 100,000 followers. And we kind of felt like, okay, but there's still some problems that we kept facing. And for us, it took so much time. And how would you go through these problems now? Like, what would you say about this?
I think the biggest problem is is coming up with ideas. That was a huge problem we had. Was like, how do we know which ideas to do, which ideas will go viral? That was the first problem. The second problem is writing newsletters. We have, for example, Amanda, who's a newsletter writer, and you constantly have to figure out how to write good newsletters based on content that we already have done, right? Based on YouTube content, and so it takes so much time to do that. And then on top of that, this other problem was brainstorming ideas. It's like, again, what ideas do I need to work on? What kind of hooks should I be working on, right? For my specific use case. And again, they just took them a lot of time. And on top of that, we wanted to try to use AI and ChatGPT. So if you go over to the right side, when we tried to use AI and ChatGPT to help us out with this, I don't know if any of you guys use AI for AI for content generation, but when we tried to use GPT, it sounded like shit. It was it's very robotic, does not sound like you, gives you very generic content, very generic hooks, and so we were not happy with that at all. I don't know, guys, but I'm actually really curious on your side. Have you guys tried making content? And are you happy with making content with how ChatGPT gives you content? Actually, let me know in the chat. I'm really curious. Are you happy? Are you happy? Not happy? Definitely not. Exactly. Yes. Some people say yes. Some people say no. Yep. Exactly. Nope. So that's how we felt at the same time. We were like, this does not sound like me. It does not make good content. And so then we realized, hey, how can we fix this? So go more to the right for a little bit here. How do we fix this? Well, we're both developers. So both me and Kazi, we've been coding for a long time, right? We built a YouTube channel, for coders, and we wanted to fix this. And we wanted to, most importantly, use AI to help us not only make good content, to sound like Alex Hormozi, right? To model top creators like Ali Abdaal, for example, right? But to also take the brainstorming out of our, of our brain and let the AI do the work for us. And so we wanted to make the word smooth. I don't know about you guys. Maybe Kazi might have something else to add. I don't know about you guys, but I hate how linear right now it feels with ChatGPT. You have this one chat. You have no idea what's where. You have no idea what you added, right? You have no idea, okay, what content am I trying to add? I cannot add any YouTube videos. I cannot model any, I cannot model Ali Abdaal or Alex Hormozi. There's nothing that goes along with that. And so that's the result we had. Yeah, go ahead.
Ideas the main problem, there was a lot of great things about ChatGPT, Claude, all of these things, but the main problem was brainstorming ideas and coming up with viral content with ChatGPT felt a lot like trying to make a video in Google Docs instead of Final Cut Pro or Video Leap or captions or whatever. It just felt very restrained, and we didn't want that. We wanted something that was visual, you can kind of easily use and work on it.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why we decided to build Poppy AI. And we did this about 1 year ago. Me and Kazi, we basically left everything we had, left the YouTube channel, moved to San Francisco, broke up with our girlfriends, and decided to build a SaaS in San Francisco together. Yeah, and that's what Poppy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you can continue.
No, that's it. So that's kind of the background context of the software that we're going to show you guys, kind of how we use it and how it makes content for us. And after we demo that, I just want to take questions for you guys because ultimately we just wanted to be about you guys and what can help. So we're going to take a second, demo you, and then go from there. So let me actually go here to Poppy and what it actually is. So one of the things that we were discovering is something simple. I want to be able to take content and talk to it, or I want to be able to take content and model it with something similar. So let's just go to School of Hard Knocks and let's look up their channel. So right here. So here's the simplest way to use it, right? I can actually just take one of his videos, I can copy a link, and I can paste it in. And now I can actually just talk to this video. So this is the simplest use case of it. And I can just be what are the key insights here? So I can ask it. And all of a sudden, Poppy can go through and tell me what's covered in that video so I can get insights. This is something that can kind of save you time if you're watching a video. Cool.
Yeah.
But where it starts to get stronger is now you can start using Poppy to come up with really good ideas. So I'll give you another example. Let's just go to School of Hard Knocks, and I'm actually just going to copy this page, and I'm just going to paste it in here. So now what I'm doing is Poppy is going through this entire page and getting all of the videos, the views, and the titles that it has. So I don't have to drag and paste it in and whatnot. By the way, I love that you guys are asking questions. I will, and this is super exciting because I want to be a two-way thing. I'll be honest, sometimes I hate doing the slideshow type of stuff. So if you guys have questions, that's perfect. So we can actually guys.
And we'll also be happy to answer even more questions later on down the line as well. So don't worry about that.
I would love to hear what you have to say. Go for it. You can unmute yourself, Antonio. Yeah, I saw your hand.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, this is great, by the way, and thank you very much for your time. I've been evaluating Poppy for a couple of weeks already. I'm creating content via HeyGen, 11 Labs, other AI tools, but I think this is all of those combined on steroids. So my question is,
we were just adding 11 Labs today. I'm working with my developer to add that. So I'm excited. But go ahead.
Okay, great. So I'm a marketing agency and I'm promoting all kinds of different content that I'm trying to put on my channel. So my channel's not really that many followers. Instagram, I have 70 followers. I'm trying to grow that follower base. And so to create really effective content, would you recommend taking a mix of, for example, let's say that I'm trying to generate content for pain management practices or doctors, right? So they trying to sell to them. So what would be the kind of the top 3 steps that you would take to really generate viral content for that specific healthcare niche?
Fantastic. So what we're going to do is, because what I want to do is I want to bring value to everybody. And so what I'm going to be showing you right now will give you ideas. So keep paying attention to what we're going to show. It's going to give you ideas to exactly how you might even be able to use it for your niche. I'm going to then demo a few more things that will give you ideas. And then if none of that covers it, at the end, we'll go deep into your use case and I will sit here and make it work for you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So now going back to this, guys, if you remember, all I did is I took these videos, I literally pasted it in. So now Poppy knows about all of these videos. Okay. So now I can just ask what are some of his most popular videos? And if I hit enter, Poppy is now going to be searching through and it's going to be one of the most popular videos.
And the goal with this is to basically train this specific Poppy chat on what videos work, right? What good videos, what structures work. That way, if you want to make new videos around this, as Kai's going to show you, we'll be able to model those for new ones and come up with amazing new ideas.
Exactly. So let's do that now. And I'm just going to hit this mic button over here so I can speak to it because sometimes it's easier than to type. And I'm just going to be like, hey, can you give me 3 to 5 more ideas of videos I can make that are exactly like that? And keep the titles very fucking similar. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it up in your own language. Use similar title style, but you come up with a few more ideas for me. So I'm going to now hit send and let's see how it's
there you go. Perfect.
And it's coming up with some really good ideas, like asking Silicon Valley tech moguls how they got rich, asking London billionaires or millionaires how they got rich. And you guys know School of Hard Knocks, so you can tell me if you think they made videos on this, if they would get views or not, right? Do you think that they would break 100,000 views on some of these videos? I'm willing to bet you that yes, they would actually break 100,000 views on some of these videos. So this is one example of how you can generate ideas. Now, and
the more powerful now it could be, for example, let's just say, I don't know if we want to take a different YouTube channel, but let's just say you have your own channel, right? And you want to make potentially even similar ideas or similar content. What you can do is you can have School of Hard Knocks as like a way to model, right? You have your own YouTube channel, for example, maybe Antonio, you have your YouTube channel. You're like, hey, now model their content, but for me specifically, right? Like, how can you attribute their field to my field? And that's also possible.
So for example, Antonio, what was your niche? Real quick, just in one word, or you can type it in too. What was your niche again?
It was healthcare.
Healthcare, right? So for example, in healthcare, it's like, can you do similar, right? It's like one thing to think about, and we can talk more detail later, but it's like if you're interviewing somebody from the healthcare that like everybody knows, and you're interviewing them, you can pull similar types of questions or similar types of ideas from this. And AI can apply it for me.
Amazing. We have a question from Jacinta. Can I answer that one?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jacinta. Feel free to yourself.
Hi, thank you so much. So a quick question. Can you clone your voice and kind of like prompt the ideas to automate a video?
Yes. Love that. Yeah, so 100. So she asked, can you clone your voice? And Kazi, I think that's a great one. So we just went through like how to come up with new ideas and titles for YouTube. Right. We'll also come up later on. Kazi will show you how to come up with hooks for short form content because we'll definitely cover that too. And then Jacinta, hopefully I said that correctly. Such a cool name, by the way. We can show you how to model your voice. Maybe we can bring some YouTube videos from you, Kazi, your own YouTube video content, right? And have Poppy model your voice specifically.
Yes. So like I can even show you some of the boards that we have. So like for example, here's an example of a board that we have, and I've given Poppy my voice and how I talk about my channel and some videos from my channel, and then basically given Poppy like a framework for how I write amazing like good titles. And this is research from lots of different places. And so now Poppy, when it writes the titles or it writes a video script, it uses my voice. The basic idea, Jacinta, is just this. I'm gonna give it a few videos with my voice, and then I'm gonna give it some videos for inspiration. If I do these two things, it can give me new amazing videos in my own niche.
Yeah. Jacinta, do you have a YouTube channel? Jacinta, do you have a YouTube channel any chance?
Yes, I do, and I'm really struggling with it. Like I've been on it for over 10 years, and it's just not catching fire. So I don't know what I'm not doing right.
What's your channel? Give us a link.
It's Tap the Good.
Maybe type it.
If you type it, that'd be amazing. If you type it.
Yeah.
There we go. Tap the Good. Okay, so you got that, Kazi?
Yep.
Amazing. Awesome. So Tap the Good. So let's bring in a few different videos maybe where you are talking. Any videos where you specifically have been talking or any chance or no?
Yeah. This is 11 years. Let me see. Probably this one here. This one.
Okay.
The 14 days lab liberation bootcamp.
Just want to say this now. If we're gonna go deeper demo, I'd love to do the deeper demos a little bit later, if that's okay.
Yeah. No, of course. Let's do it. I'm happy to do that. Of course.
I'm talking in all of them anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do here that worked well? And then did you try to recreate these videos right here?
No.
Powerful to heal negative karma and dark energies. That's actually interesting.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. There's definitely stuff that we can do here, and we can go into this. I would love to kind of go deeper into some of these a little bit later. Let me see what you're doing now.
Right now, you see how many views? Very few.
Okay.
Yeah, so how about this? If you want, what we can do is we can showcase some example slides that you've done, and then from there we can go into more deeper into the other show.
So that way you have
Thank you.
like breadth of how it works, and then I want to take detailed questions and then go into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, fantastic. So this is, kind of a School of Hard Knocks. This is an example that I did where I'm like, what are some of I took the most popular videos from School of Hard Knocks, and I said, what are the most common questions he asks? And I got a bunch of really good ones. Like, what's the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year? How old were you when you became a millionaire? Have you ever been broke before? Do you come from a lot of money? Some of you guys can probably imagine that as I'm saying it. You can actually see the video.
Yeah.
Right. And then what I did is I said, hey, I have an interview with Sam Altman tomorrow. Taking the questions from his best videos, can you give me some questions we can ask Sam Altman? And all of a sudden, it's, how did you scale Y Combinator from millions to billions in portfolio value? What's the most underrated skill that helped you succeed in Silicon Valley? What's a prediction about AI that you believe, but most people would disagree with? Captivating questions that I think Sam would have a lot of fun answering. And it also cuts the time for preparation for James, if he's doing these interviews. I'll show you another board that we have that like basically makes viral content. So this is a board that I actually use on a regular basis, and this helps make short form content for me and helps me make a lot of ads content. And what I did is I literally took a video that talks about how to make viral short form videos.
There's this
So this is a TikTok. This is 3 minutes long, and she talks about how to make viral content. So I gave this to Poppy. So now Poppy knows how to make viral content following this. I also did give Poppy our niche, what we're looking for, who we're trying to target. So I'm like, here's our audience. It's between these guys. So make me, so it knows that these are the different niches of people that we want to target. I gave it some voice recordings, which is like me brain dumping my thoughts. I gave it different hooks. We have a list here of 100 hooks. That's actually really good. As a matter of fact, we can, if you guys want or care, we can give you these 100 hooks that we've used that consistently go viral, and we can just give this to you guys. So if you want, let us know in chat, and then we can do that, right?
Yeah, but like yes. And those of you who are asking here, are you able to share the boards you have already created? Yes, these are the boards that we have. What Kazi showed you are the actual boards we have already created. On how to make short form content, long form content, etc.
Yep. And Amana, maybe a little bit later, if you want to grab the Google Sheet, it's within my email, and you'll just say viral hooks or something like that. View only.
Yep.
So
do command zero. Do command zero really quick, by the way. Just command zero.
So basically, if you look here, so I taught it that. I gave it our website, Poppy AI, so it knows what Poppy is, which is this website. So this website has the testimonials, what Poppy is, what Poppy does, who uses Poppy, all that stuff. So now Poppy has knowledge of that. So I gave it that information, and now when I ask for it to write me content, it writes amazing hooks, it writes amazing content, and I use this content to shoot. So I have a ton of content from here. Actually, it's in this one, I believe, the longer one. Yeah, there we go. So I actually I sat, I would sit here, and I literally, a few months ago, I sat down, and I shot all 40 of these hooks. Facebook ad managers will hate me for exposing this. It's, if you have ADHD, you will hate me for exposing this. No matter what they tell you, size matters. It's time to throw away your GPT subscription. And all of these are like good hooks that are really hard to do when at least I found it hard to do, okay? Maybe you guys figured out a solution, but when I was trying to just do this with regular I had a lot of trouble. And maybe you guys can also share your experience with how it's been with just trying to use ChatGPT or Claude, but I can't get it to make really, really good content. It sounds like me. I struggle with that.
And to give you guys content as well, it's all about just, how can you bring in the right content to model? So that could be content from TikTok, that could be content from YouTube, from Instagram. We even have support for LinkedIn, for example, posts. We have support for Facebook ads, for example. Like our goal is how can we allow the creators like us, for example, to do as little as possible. Like, hey, I like this LinkedIn post. Can I model this LinkedIn post? I like this TikTok post. Can I model this? I like this Facebook ad, which is also possible. Can I model this one? Do you see what I mean? And that's kind of the goal we're trying to build here. We're just something we just had a hard time overall in general before that.
Yep. I'm going to, Fatin, you want to go ahead? Fatin?
So my question is a bit different. If you're focused on a bit more different content platform, for example, LinkedIn, can you model LinkedIn content as well? And how do you define like the voice of the content, like the brand, to fit in your brand's voice? And how?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Great question. I'm gonna jump into it for like 20 seconds, and now if you want to add something to it, go for it. But we added in support for LinkedIn content as well inside of Poppy. So you can actually grab a LinkedIn post and you can paste it in. So basically, you can go to LinkedIn, you can go to TikTok, copy the thing, paste it in, and it will show up on the Poppy board. And the concept is going to be almost always the same. You give it a few examples of how you talk, literally a few examples. It could be a voice, it could be a LinkedIn post, it could be a YouTube video. Then you give it a few examples of posts that in your niche have gone viral that you would like to model after. And you connect those two things to the chat. That's enough 95% of the times to give you really good content. I mean, you have to go back and forth with the prompt and talk to it, but that will get you really good content. Does that make sense, Father?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. And then I'll show you guys like another one that I have for making emails. So I'll show you guys this one right here, this one. And I have a board that helps me write all my emails, and we literally use these emails to do product launches and really monetize our audience with this. And I basically told it about this new launch that we were doing, this new offer that was like $3,000. I shared everything about that with Poppy, including GIFs and images. And what's fascinating, and I put some GIFs here too. Not only did Poppy write the copy for me, but here's a cool thing that it actually did. So I'll scroll down so you guys can see it. So like, for example, you can see here, it wrote the email. Unlike something that ChatGPT or Claude like can't do, is it even put like GIFs at the right spot and images at the right spot. So for example, like this email, here's my offer, and it literally put that image right here.
Yeah. Exactly. And what's really cool you can do for emails, guys, is like, I don't know about you, but I'm not the best copywriter myself, right? I'm not the best copywriter myself, but what I can do is I can bring in YouTube videos, right? And I can bring from other copywriters that talk about how to write good copy. I can bring examples of email newsletters again from other copywriters, and I can have AI learn on those really, really easily. And then those can directly feed into making new newsletters for me, because I myself am not perfect, right? And I actually just right now, I literally just have like, here's examples. Can you create for me really good ones? And it actually does an amazing job at making newsletters. And we have people making newsletters, we have people writing ads with this, we have people making Instagram content that's crushing for them, for example. And so yeah, that's the other thing you can do about it too.
Yep. Paul, you asked how many do you blast out versus how many go viral? I don't fully understand that question. So if you want to tell me, I would love to answer it. And if you guys have questions, feel free to keep asking. BW asked which is the best platform to sell courses? We found it to be YouTube. YouTube has always the highest conversions. I don't think it's just, I'm not going to be like for us, like literally always with every creator, whether it's Alex Hormozi, for us, for different brands that we've built, YouTube always has the highest conversions by far. And other platforms work too. It's not that they don't work, but if you're asking for which has the highest conversions, YouTube has like the highest conversions.
Yeah, and then Instagram I think are good for just being like seen, for example, for getting viewership and getting viewership fast, for example, without with little, not little amount of effort, but with less amount of effort, for example.
Olivia, your question? You can unmute yourself.
Yes, hello. So yes, I have a question. Actually two. So I know this is amazing program you guys have made. So are you guys doing anything to like help with the environmental impact?
Yes.
With building up such a powerful program? And then also second question is does this program allow you to make videos? Like would they generate the video for you, or are they just more like informational?
Great questions. The answer to both is no. Environmental impact, no, I don't think about that. I'm just thinking about me and Naz, we just think about how to make this product better. So it helps content creators. That's like our only focus. And then the second question you asked was video. Right now it does not do video, but we are working on getting it to do video. So right now it will make the script for you. Then you have to still shoot it and everything, but we're going to be rolling out video. Our first baby step towards that is voice. And we've already integrated 11 Labs, which will launch very soon, which means when you make a script, you hit a button, it will actually make a voice recording of that script. And we will also do it where it makes it in your voice. So it can voice for you. But then video generation is something that's on the roadmap that we want to make it where it can also, when you click the button, it can turn that script into a video of you saying those lines that are in the script. So that's where we're headed. That would be awesome. But short answer is no to both of your questions. Long answer is we're headed there. We're super excited.
Yeah. Someone asked a question where can it create VSL, make a VSL, can probably make VSL for sales funnels?
VSL for sales funnels, absolutely. So for example, we have, sorry, it can't make the video, right? Just again, I want to clarify, it can't make the video, but it can make the script.
The copy.
It can write the copy for you. And we have, I'll show you guys Travis Stevenson right here. So I spoke with Travis. He used Poppy to write all the copy, everything. And he literally.
So here's what's cool. So we've done,
he shows proof of this. So I'll just let him talk.
32,000, 42,000, and 13,000. Oh, fun. So we've also gotten 111 calls to our coaching team, which almost doubles our revenue. So probably about 160,000.
And I'll skip to the parts where I can see the actual like sales page and stuff like that. Let's see if we show it in here. So basically, he used Poppy to generate a lot of sales. He used Poppy to make this entire. Hello, fucking load. What the internet here? Bro, why? I'm literally. Okay. All right, there we go. This sales page is all built with Poppy. This is a sales page he's generated $160,000 from. And even the VSL, he used a lot of Poppy's help to actually make the VSL for himself. So the answer is yes, it can help you write the script for the VSL.
Yeah, and I actually want to kind of give you guys some context, like not necessarily just for Poppy, but just overall. If you're open, I'm just going to share really quickly. Okay, like because a lot of you guys you're trying to make new content, right? You're trying to start up, come up with new ideas, for example. And we kind of showed you kind of something about what the goal is, right? But one thing that we learned, like me and Kai specifically, is like if you're not specifically getting, you guys see my screen, right? I hope you guys are right. My Poppy screen, yeah, perfect, awesome. So if you guys are not getting users to say right now, the goal is you should be looking like, okay, who's doing really good in my current niche? Who can I model? Who can I learn from? And this is something that me and Kai are really good at, or that's how we got to millions of views on YouTube, for example. Is we looked at like what are some things that people are doing and how can we model that? Because at the end of the day, when we model things that work, those things will work at the same time. And so for anybody besides Poppy, like
model it, make it better, and then you get the most.
Exactly. Like forget Poppy here for a second, right? Like just overall, the general advice for you guys. Like I know someone said that you're struggling with YouTube. See, hey, in my niche, who's crushing on YouTube? Can I go on YouTube and like find, for example, I'm going to YouTube.com, and then if I'm going to go ahead and find someone in the AI niche, right? Can I find somebody in the AI niche that's crushing it? Maybe it's Jeff Steele, for example. Can I see what kind of videos is he doing? Can I model that, right? And so just always keep it in mind, and that's how you get videos that actually will later on crush it for you as well. I just see, oh, I like he's talking about AI agents. Okay, great. So maybe I think about AI agents, but in my own way, right? For example, maybe in my own way, for example. So because of that is what really helps a lot of people crush it on TikTok, on YouTube. Our goal is, hey, how can we make this easier? You can technically do this without Poppy, right? You can go to Claude. You can somehow, I don't know, copy transcripts, for example, maybe from like these YouTube videos. You can somehow maybe get transcripts from Instagram, TikTok. It might take you much longer time. You can do that, and that's fine. And some people will like to do that, and they like to spend that time, right? For us, like we don't do that. Like I don't do that at all. I just want to go to, like, for example, I want to go to Instagram. I want to go to like a specific. Let me go to Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah, really. This guy, what's up?
You disconnected for a few seconds, but you're back now.
Okay, I'm back. So just say, for example, I want to model like a video that was really, really cool, right? So I'm gonna take like this, let's just say this video, for example, or this specific post, right? I'll copy this link. You guys still see me or no?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect, awesome. I'll copy this link. I'll paste it into here. Boom. I'm gonna paste it into here, and Poppy will understand.
You're freezing more than freaking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But basically, Poppy will understand everything that's in the video, what's said, the visuals of it, and then just how I have it here. You see how I brought these all these TikTok videos. I was able to be like, hey, now give me 40 hook ideas for Poppy AI, and you can do the same thing but for your own content. Hey, give me new hook ideas but for my niche, right? Based on my website.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. So ChatGPT and Claude cannot watch your video, meaning they can't see with its own eyes. So if you go to those videos that have, can you find a link to a video that's like has stuff where it's talking about, right? So I can actually show that as an example, because that's something you can't even do, at least right now, from these other platforms, which is pretty important for short form content, because like Claude can't see what is happening on different frames of that video. You know,
like for example, if I just have like what text on screen is used. You know how sometimes you guys have like the first 5 seconds of the hook, right? What text on screen, is used here, for example. I don't know if he actually has any text on screen in here, but I think I believe here. Yeah, he's opening text, 600 billion investment into the USA. That's his biggest, that's his thing. But it will analyze everything: the text, the video, the audio, right? The transitions, what's in the background, what's in the foreground. And so now what I can do is like I can bring something in, like, hey, let me bring a website, my own website. This is not the example because this video is not really related to Poppy. But I'm like, hey, can you model this? Give me a script based on this video. And excuse my typing, I suck at this. Give me a script based on this video.
Why don't you just talk to it?
Okay, I already finished it. It's fine, right? So it's like, but now it'll understand what's Poppy AI. It'll understand what the content was Poppy AI, right? And it's gonna go ahead and give you a script, but for example, for Poppy AI site, right? So let's see here.
Not a noob ask. Is there a limit to the length? About like you can give Poppy like 14 to 15 hours of content, so that's a lot. It's like a couple of Joe Rogan's podcasts.
Exactly. It's like the Poppy AI can visualize complex relationships and map out. So it's like what it did is that it took his video and actually mapped it to like be used for Poppy AI, which is so interesting, right? So it's out here just flash 600 million investment in the United States, the largest bilateral investment in history. Let's break down what this means using Poppy AI canvas. Do you see what I mean? Like, right? So it's using his video with Poppy AI as a way to sell Poppy AI, for example. And all I said was, okay, model this video, but for Poppy AI. There we go, done, right? And you can do this for your own business consistently.
Exactly. So if you're a dentist, you can literally take that guy's video, put what your business is about, connect it, and be like, okay, model this similar.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's three concepts. One, who do you want model? Like, who do you feel like is someone in your niche that's really, really good that you love watching? 2, bring what's your content about, what is your voice, right? And then 3, any resources that you have about the stuff you want to talk about. You bring it in, Poppy knows everything he needs to know to make you viral content. Done.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 people. Rahul, I'm sorry, man. I've been wanting to call on you. You've had your hand up the whole time. Go for it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Thanks so much, Rafi, and what's your name? Is it not?
Nas, you're still Nas.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, actually, my question is, so I've been doing content creation for some time, but I actually have a podcast and been involved in the nightlife scene. So just want to get a couple of suggestions in terms of with the AI tool, how to put together, like, say, for example, like a video of someone like dancing or like talking about the event itself. So we have actually my friends and I, we're putting together an event in New York later this month. It's going to be called Summer Love, and we actually have 4 Bollywood artists and 9 DJs. So we're trying to create some content around that. So just wanted to see what would be your best piece of advice when it comes to creating content like that event. Yeah.
So what's the purpose of this content? Is it to promote the event and get people there? What's the purpose of the content?
Yeah, definitely. So the purpose of this content is to like get more people to come out to the event and also attract more like the South Asian and crowds to other communities to come and support our event. And so the first part is actually a single soiree, so where people can mingle, and then the second part is a concert. So that's pretty much the concept. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll show you something. Okay, and I'll show you like how you can even use it creatively for things. So for example, I will. My audio sharing is on, right? I think you guys hear my audio share it. So for example, we even make vlogs on our team, and we use Poppy really heavily for that, for storytelling. So here's a video that's like 700,000 views. We have videos that have like millions of views from our short form. I'll just give you a short example, okay? And hopefully you guys can hear it in a second. Day 1 of building an AI SaaS to 10K a month. Meet the team. Here's my co-founder Naz, and here's me. It's about we could figure out which one's the most doable. Then we realized the biggest problem is that. So this was just a context. This was when we had like Poppy was doing $200 per month, and like nothing existed on this, which was like a year ago about. And this was the time when Naz and I were thinking, okay, once we run out of money, whose parents' basements are we gonna like work from? And then it's kind of crazy, but the growth, but like 12 months later, we're now doing 500,000 a month, and this was way before that. So this type of storytelling, I'll play a little bit more for you. Actually, distribution boost. But at this point, we decided to read because we were like, we need help. He's 19 years old, makes $20,000 a month. So I'll stop here. So these types of vlogs that we're making on our team currently are all with Poppy, and within just the last month on Instagram Reels, we've like probably gone over 3 million views, gained over 10 or 20,000 followers. And the way our video, dude, I didn't even think you could use it like this, but our video editor is so smart. His name is Nico, and like he will take footage and ideas and the stuff that's shot from the day, and he would put it on the board, and he would ask Poppy like, hey, this is the main idea. How can I tell this story to drive a certain result? For example, sometimes our call to action is, hey, if you're a developer, DM me a certain word. And then Poppy will put together and be like, this part of the story, you should put it first. This part of the story, you should put it at the end. This other part, you should put it in the middle because that's where the drama is. So Poppy's like, start with the problem, then give a solution, then end it on a problem again. So then they want to watch the next episode. And then he will go into his video editor and cut it like that and tell the story that way. So you can, for your nightlife stuff, tell Poppy what your goal is, what you're trying to do, what kind of footage you would want to make. And then Poppy can give you tons of ideas on like how you can promote that specific thing. And again, there's more nuance there, but hopefully that gives you a general sense of how you could approach it.
But I'll say one last thing, sorry. Like overall, if you don't want to use it, that's fine, right? Either way, if you just want to like figure out like how can I do this for myself without anything else, anybody's help, then what I'll suggest is like find other companies or other creators who are promoting events and just look at what kind of content they're making, right? And just think about if you can make some kind of similar content. It'll come back to the same similar stuff, right? Which is like kind of all the stuff that I like, right?
Yeah.
And so I would say figure that part out first, and then you can figure, okay, how can I approach this for my specific niche, and try out different niches. One piece of content might hit more than one. And honestly, that's pretty much just trial and error sometimes.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. I just thought you meant like how can Poppy help you? So maybe I got myopic on that. But yeah, like if you're just asking in general, like you can even start off without anything Poppy related and literally just look at who is in your niche, fucking killing it and getting millions of views. Just turn off your brain, shut the fuck up, and model that. Because what pisses me off about content creators is all of us have so much ego in the start, learn how to model. And it doesn't mean you have to copy everything word by word. Like, for example, my brother was making videos in his own niche that was like how to get the Joker look, how to get the Batman look. I modeled that idea in the coding niche, and I was like, how to build Facebook in one video, how to build Instagram in one video. It started getting millions of views. So model first, because when people don't model and constantly trying to make new content when it's untested, it's like if you're going and you're training for boxing and somebody's trying to teach you how to throw a fucking punch and you're just doing some random shit. You're like coming up with your own. No, just follow how to throw a jab, just follow the instructor how to throw right hook, left hook, kick. And then once you practice it enough and you're doing good and you can hurt somebody, then focus on developing your own style. So start off with modeling. I'm gonna go with Kyle. What's up, Kyle?
Yeah, thank you about so much.
Absolutely.
Thank
You got it.
Hey, what's up, Rafi? And
Yeah.
Naz?
I just
What's up, man?
yeah, go ahead.
We say again?
Kazi. I just go by Kazi. It's easier.
Kazi, okay. What's up, Naz? And Coffee. So I'm not too familiar with YouTube and Instagram. I know they have analytics on there, but I'm mainly on TikTok and I post videos playing the piano. I got into it a couple months ago, but there's a lot of analytics that I see are available and I don't really know how to break them down. So would
Okay.
Poppy be useful to, I guess, break that down and see where I can improve in my content? Or how can I use Poppy for that?
Okay. And is this content for like Instagram?
No, I'm on TikTok mainly.
Okay, and okay, so TikTok content. So honestly, for this, I'll be honest with you, right? Where you need Poppy and where you don't. Like for the analytics, you don't even need Poppy. Like I would just use TikTok to discover the analytics. And the main analytics that all the platforms just care about the most, especially Instagram and TikTok, is retention. Like how long are they staying watching your thing? And so if you have high retention on something, that's generally a good thing, and you can try to reproduce that thing, and that's what
Yeah.
give you more virality for.
I would say this. I would say this because I've had a few customers who've done something similar to what you're saying, which is, mainly on YouTube side, which is what they'll do is they'll get the retention data from YouTube specifically per video. And what you can do on your side is, I don't know if like TikTok has that data, you can like export it or not, but there's a way you can export the retention data, right? Like have that as be one, for example. Then two, what you can do is like, bring in videos, YouTube videos around like how to increase retention, how to keep retention, for example, from other creators, right? And be like, hey, based on what these other creators say, right? And then based on my analytics and my video, how would you say I should improve my video? And then you'll be able to do that. So you'll bring in, bring in your analytics, other people are saying in the YouTube space about retention, and then your video, and then you can talk to that specifically, right? And so that's possible. I've had a few like customers who've done that as well, and that has helped them actually a lot too.
Okay, so
I
just
I have a really good example for this inside Poppy that I did for one of our customers. Let me show you guys real quick.
Let me just show you.
So here's a quick example, right? So what they were doing is they were making YouTube shorts, and I'll just play you like a video. So it starts off with like what do you call, like a blank screen with like text, and then she goes into the video, right? And it's like really slow paced, like especially when it comes to short form, people just click away the second it starts off really slow. So what I did is I brought those videos inside, and then I also brought in videos from Viral Video Club on like hooks and then like strategies, storytelling, and so on. And then what I did is I just did this. So let me show you. Okay, so I said like learn from like the resources that I've given you, and then rewrite the scripts, right? And then what it did is like, look at this. It went from, is your inbox looking messy? This was the original script. And then the enhanced script was like, your messy inbox is costing you 3 hours per week in lost productivity. So you can do is like, you can bring in like your old videos that are like not performing, and then find like the best performing videos in your niche, put them inside like 2 different groups and say, these are my videos, these are the best performing ones. What should I do to like go viral?
Okay, so
That's simple.
I think, so for my niche, which is playing the piano, I'm not really speaking that much. It's more so like I'll just play. So does Poppy have the ability to analyze?
Yes, it can visually analyze and also understand like music and everything.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Just say the question, Kyle, first.
Does Poppy have the ability to analyze videos without, I guess, any speaking?
It can analyze without any speaking, yes. But it depends, but it depends like what you're trying to analyze. Like, are you just sitting in one spot playing the piano the whole time?
For some videos, like I've started playing around with it, doing like tutorials.
Are you good?
I would say humbly yes.
Okay, dude, this is really random, but why don't you do those videos where you're out in public playing the piano and then recording people's reactions?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I've actually seen a bunch of
Those crush.
yeah, those get a bunch of views, and a lot of the videos of mine that have blown up are from similar videos. So like I'll be playing in public, and then someone will come by and say something,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of mimicking like that business model that I've seen on the other creators. But
Yeah.
I'm still playing around with what works, so I think that's something I want to incorporate. Definitely, yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, those videos are great, and you can go crazy with those. But yeah, in terms of like if you gave that to Poppy, Poppy will be able to see like where you're at and kind of what you're doing and stuff like that, and then it can like the best in that case it could do is it could give you more ideas of like what type of different things you could shoot.
Yeah,
But it won't be able to understand the music or whatever.
You're playing this song. You're playing this song, for example.
I use AI to go viral. Dude, actually, hold on, let me show you this. This is super random, but I feel like you might care. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. So look at this. I did use AI to go viral and become a Spotify artist, bro. And I got like,
you sing?
No, I don't. I just made like a rap song with the AI and like literally blew the fuck up. Like,
Wait,
we
like
got 100K on Spotify, but like 20, 30 plus million views total on like Instagram and TikTok from short form content. Like it was almost, yeah. Like, AI is crazy. Like you guys use more AI. Like I just want to understand like how, on a daily basis or a weekly basis, how many hours do you guys use AI? So for example, using AI for 30 minutes in a week, write that down. An hour a week, 10 hours a week, like write down how much you're using AI. I'm just curious. Holy, okay, 6 hours a day, Daniel.
That's awesome.
20 hours. Okay, so we have people who are putting it to use. That's good. I like hearing that.
Yeah. How many of you are using it for actual content though?
10 minutes a week. Dylan, those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up. You gotta use it at least twice a day. One time in the afternoon and one time in the evening. Okay.
Where is that from? What's that reference from?
Wall Street.
Ah, yeah, I remember now.
Hey, Kazi, we don't do it because we want to. We do it because we need to.
Don't judge. If you guys are gonna use our AI, I don't want you guys to judge our AI on the winning ideas it gives you, but I want you guys to judge our AI on the losers because there's so few.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Oh my god. I was gonna answer one question here.
Oh yeah.
Which is just need to ask the question: can Poppy transcribe my audio file and create more appealing content from it? The answer to that is yes, it can. You can import And that's kind of some of the differences that we have, between ChatGPT and Claude and Poppy is like, besides being able to import TikToks and Instagrams and YouTube videos, which you really can't really do in ChatGPT, you can actually import full-on audio files, MP3 files, M4A files, any audio file you want, on top of any MP4 file. So you got any videos that you're still working on and you want to be able to import that to get new ideas, new content ideas, you can just drag in an MP4 file and it will actually be on the board right there for you. Something that you can't really do with ChatGPT. And so it will give you some great ideas from there. Hopefully that answered the question.
Anis, we have you've been raising your hands. I want to take you, and then Shinova. So go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet
I have a quick question because I've been seeing lots of creators online with like storytelling content, and they're making like lots of making around 30, 50 grand per month. So my question is like, how can OpenAI like help and like how to start and get viral videos?
What do you help people with?
Sorry, what?
What can you help people with? Or are you saying are you talking about those faceless channels that
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's faceless channel. I mean, you can get Poppy to help you with faceless channels. So for example, okay, I'll give you an example. I love watching like true crime content, like with investigations and somebody kills somebody and like watching those videos, they go freaking viral. This 8-year-old, is the killer and the mom reacts and goes crazy. Like 10 million views. Those are faceless videos. And I know one of the guys that actually is behind those brands and he's making 100 to 200K a month. And so it's like, if you look at those videos, I'm trying to think like, what are those? Okay, I'll literally give you an example right now. So I'm glad when my weird random knowledge comes into play. So JCS, right? This guy gets insane views and has great content. Like for example, some of his videos get deleted. Like here's 66 million views, 43 million views, and now there's a ton of like channels like this. So what you can do is these channels all exist, right? So what somebody could theoretically do is you could do a research around a specific case, put that into Poppy, have it write out the script based on these viral videos that are getting 3 million views, 10 million. These videos just like bang straight up. Like you drop one of these and it bangs. So you can put it into Poppy, and Poppy can now even generate the voice. So you can actually even say the script of the video. And at that point, short of me coming to your house and just like editing it for you and then giving you a kiss on your forehead, I mean, you're almost there, right? You have the voice, you have the audio, everything. So just like either grab an editor from Fiverr or edit it yourself, and then you can make that type of content. So faceless content is something I don't do, but I get the appeal for it. I get the people that do it, and this is at least one niche I know about that like crushes and people fight for it and never ends. And I see so much content around this.
Well, we have one creator, an AI guy, whose primary thing is actually faceless channels. So if you go to AI guy, for example, right, he teaches people how to use, for example, how to use Poppy for faceless content, and that's pretty much what he uses as well for. He just uses it to make scripts, right, to make the scripts for the faceless content. That's it.
What's the name?
AI guy.
I think
AI guy.
Literally AI guy.
Okay, my last question is I'm actually 16 years old, and like, do you have like any tips like for me, like because I'm kind of young compared to like other people here in the Zoom. Like, do you have any tips for me or like any advice like how to start?
The main advice I would give you is long term, I care about you. So get actually good at something and helping people with something. That will last for eternity of a lifetime. When faceless channels like die off or something else comes in, if you get good at that, you're going to be pretty unstoppable. So, develop certain skills that help people get results, and then you can kind of do that for the rest of your life.
And I mean, I will say you're already on an amazing path. You're already part of the amazing community. You're actually taking the steps to learn. Most people your age are smoking weed and drinking. So I think what you're doing already is fucking amazing. So get yourself a patent back there. But yeah, like local Kazi said, just get really good at something, bro. Like a lot of people sometimes they'll like nibble and dabble here and there, for example. But just get really good at a specific thing. You can test out different things at the same time. But and the whole goal when you're so young is just to test as many things as possible that you love, right? And then once you find the thing you love, you just go all in on that. And so that's my thing for you. What we found that we love is like content creation. We found that we love like coding, for example. And we went all in on that.
Yeah, just don't fucking take the shortcut. Like let's say this faceless thing. If you have real passion for it and you love it, and you're like, I want to have 50 faceless channels. I want to get to 10 million a month. Like this is something you want to do. Yes, pursue it really hard, but please don't do it because it's the shortcut or it's easier. I just want to say that. But thank you for coming on. Shinova would love to.
Thanks so much for your guys' advice.
Of course.
You got it.
Hey guys, cool meeting. Enjoying this.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very cool to see your channels too. I'll be studying.
Nice.
So I'm a personal brand and my foundation is in music and production. I've owned multiple businesses, some in production, some in studio builds. I went the physical route for a bit through COVID. And now I'm wanting to move into a more subscription community-based model. I want to do a women's focus, like empowerment, community, like girl boss vibes. Based on the links I just sent and where my foundation is as a personal brand, as a woman in music, how do you suggest I pivot into that model? Because right now, very honestly, my audience is over 65% male. So maybe not going the right way.
Well, your videos are killing it. I mean, this is awesome. Maybe I missed your question, but like, what are you trying to pivot into? I didn't get that part. Like,
yeah, sure. The subscription-based community model.
Subscription-based community model, meaning like, for example, if you're doing, you want, like, let's say you want to do music, and then people can support you even through Patreon or something like that. Like, is that what you mean, or different?
Slightly different. I want to go more like being the head. Okay, so do you know Liv Schmidt, the skinny girl, right? Skinny Society. Do we know Liv Schmidt?
I'll look at her.
Okay, so she's my model for structure. She talks about skinny stuff. I want to talk about empowerment, business, girl boss stuff. And that's the kind of way that I want to move because I'm always creating content. I create content like I breathe. Like it's so easy for me. I just think I need a strategy in order to lead and create a space for people.
Okay. And how do you want to monetize it? Or you're not talking
through the subscriber? Yeah, like it's like $5 or $20 a month or whatever through Instagram or YouTube. There's at least that's the model I was thinking I would excel in.
One person you can model, by the way, that I know is kind of huge in the business is her name is Boss Babe, bossbabe.inc. I've seen her stuff all over, and she has a company, she has a business podcast, she does mentorship, she does newsletters, everything. And she, her thing is all about, Boss Babe stuff, right? So her acronym is I am Natalie, is who she is. That's her Instagram. But if you go to her Instagram, Boss Babe, you'll see what I mean. And I think if you can model that, I think you'll get some really good results.
Amazing. Yeah, I just want to do like a music industry focused thing because so many people are discouraged with how Suno and AI programs are doing so well
Yeah.
now, and I'm in electronic music. It does my genre best, actually.
Yeah.
But I want to emphasize and encourage people that human connection and human emotion is always going to be something humans desire and are willing to pay for. So
Yeah. Well,
wish me
I
luck.
would say, no, I think I question. I think sorry, like, if your goal is to attract other women in entrepreneurial niche, then I think the goal here is to start talking about it, right? Is like how to be how I have grown my own business, for example, and how other women can grow their own business as well. So I think the more you start mentioning, for example, words like boss bait, right, girls, for women, for example, right, you have to attract more of the audience. And I think honestly that'd be the first step. And then from there I think you'll figure out where to go.
So yeah, this is random and this is different, but like I don't know if you know, I mean, like Shelby ASAP, like I'll show you.
Oh, she's good too.
She sells Academy, I think is what it is. Let me actually pull that up right here. And she has a whole community.
No, click on the buy Shelby Sap. There you go, in the bio.
Yeah, so that's her. So she has an entire community and it's pretty niche. So if you want to create a community, I would say like if you can get niche about something specific, it'll help you stand out. Because I think if for her it was called women empowerment, she's not going to create that community because I think there's like 5 million other girls that are doing the same thing. And it's going to get drowned out. But she picked specifically with this. So I think you can go generic, but I think you might have a better things like making electronic music and making a living out of it. And like I'm the #1 best female creator on it, or maybe teacher, and you can teach other women how to make that type of music. Whatever that may be. But I feel like maybe something niche would stand out even more.
So then maybe move more like course focused.
Yeah, like that's one thought that I had, which is like you have a really valuable skill. It's super cool. And I love that. What if you taught it? Because subscription model, I mean, God, like a number of $5, you will need to have so many customers, so many people paying, which means you need to have so many views, like millions of views per month to be able to get to that. Versus teaching and selling something, you could actually be making. I know people making an amazing living with even 5,000-10,000 followers.
Yes, I was on Twitch for a while, and I think I got my subscriber count to like 2,500 for $5 a month, and then Twitch takes like 30% or something. But then I got donations on top of that, and like I just love the community aspect. Like we all need to come together, and I would just love to be able to create a space for that.
Yeah,
community is building like values too. I feel like it's like when there's like a lot of value and people believe in a specific mission that you have and that you talk about, community is what I'm going to start to build for you.
Would you consider this a community?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I love what James is doing. If that's what you were referring to, I'm not sure if you meant specifically yours or his.
That's exactly what I mean. The community James has built for you guys.
No, I love that, and I love how he's so bold. I really appreciate that, and that's why I want to focus on women because I see so many leadership qualities in women that they're just not taking that action into it. And I'm speaking for myself. Like it took me a while to like really be brave in it. So
right. Okay, so if it depends what we're optimizing for and what we're solving for. If the goal that we're solving for is building a community of women, you haven't even told me that it has to be through music. So now my brain is going in all types of directions.
Sure.
But if your videos are like, how did she get rich? And asking female millionaires how they got rich, like just interview those girls. And they are by definition bosses, right? And they're by definition females. And more females would want to see those videos. So if the goal is that, then my brain isn't even thinking music. But if you tell me it's specifically has to be through music, then my brain is like, maybe you can sell a course and build a community around it that way.
I mean, another way you could do is like you could go interview other female musicians, like, hey, asking Katy Perry how she became this pop star.
Oh, I do have connections for that actually. I've met Katy. She wouldn't be on my list to be honest, but yeah.
So you could start off with that side, and then you could have like another one where you teach music to women and like how to make it music. So like there's like
how long was Katy Perry really in space? You can ask her that too.
Was she even ever? Really is the question.
They just took a picture of her when she was kissing the ground,
Oh Lord our world.
So yeah, I think that could be great, especially if you have connections, and then just ask James questions, hey, have you ever been broke before? No, but it's like
okay, so he DM'd me. Is that like really him or was that like a bot? I think it might have been him. I think I need to write back. I assumed it was just like a welcome message or something, but I think it was him.
Was it on school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, in school, like I have automated messages in our community that if somebody joins, they get, but like, it doesn't have to go out. So it could be a manual message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you. Good luck with everything.
Of course.
You got it. Of course. Thank you.
Hey, how are you guys on time?
Oh, me? It's 12 a.m., 12:19 a.m., but I will not leave until everybody's happy. I was so tired before this call, but then when this call was happening, I was like, fuck it, let's go, Nas. And now this reminds me of the Wall Street scene where it's like, I'm not fucking leaving. Actually, Amana, this is me right here. All right, fantastic.
That's fine.
So, but if you guys have a time constraint, Nathan, then you can let us know.
No,
we're good.
Amen.
We're here to answer any question and help out any way we can.
Let's go.
Yeah, the music is good, by the way. Ton, would love to take your question.
Hello. So
What's up,
the thing is, I'm 17 and I've been trying to find exactly what I want to do in life. And so after going through the business part of the phase 1, I ended up thinking that I love to talk and social media has been one of my strong suits. And so I do stock trading and I do day trading. And since I'm so young, I don't really have that many skills available. And the best thing that I have is the stock market. So I decided to create a YouTube channel. I'm just starting out. And I'm still like trying to figure everything out, make sure everything's planned out before I start releasing videos. And so basically I want to create content to break down any complex charts, like short videos, so that beginners can understand them and then they can get financial freedom and confidence. And I plan to do like 30 to 50 seconds every like 3 or 4 times a week. I don't know, 4 or 15, just covering like several different spots and then just leaving. And I want to know what's like the best like app, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, to create just sort of like a quick like community so that I can actually start embracing. Because I know like YouTube can be a little slow for like doing shorts compared to like TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram and TikTok go crazy so much.
No, I was gonna say Instagram or TikTok. When I was a few years ago, I had 10K followers, but I took 10K followers because I took some time to just make some random content. But I wanted to increase my following count by a much larger amount. I literally took 1 month, like Amazon. Like I took 1 month and I just posted every single fucking day. Like every day, I posted a little piece, and then what I would do is I would train my Instagram algorithm to give me similar content that I can model. I literally just like other people's stock. For example, if I were you, I'll be liking other people's like stock market content, for example. I'll see what they're doing, and I'll learn. Like, 'cause you need to learn also like in your niche what people do. Do you see what I mean? And so I would do that, and then I would just post every day. I would say 2 or 3 times is fine, but where you will find a lot more success and a lot more bigger growth is if you just post daily, at least for now, until you want to change it up, right? So that's at least how I grew mine from 10K to like 130K.
Yeah, Nas
Okay.
really did that. One piece of content that you can make that like crushes is like literally time lapse videos. They don't take a lot of content effort, but like you're basically just stock trading the whole day, and then it's just like
Mhm.
sun up to sundown or whatever, and then
Mhm.
you can just put that up with like a caption. Like we have one video like that, like 1 million views and like 10,000 followers in the last month, and it was
Mhm.
just all working. It was a time lapse of us working. But I'm gonna go on to the next person. Anton, did that help?
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, bro, for coming on. BW, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Well,
Amazing.
I love everyone here. This looks so good. I'm actually really interested in this because I had an argument with ChatGPT, which is constantly happening. I'm like, we argue all the time now.
Be careful, because ChatGPT now remembers that shit.
I am getting a little fed up.
Yeah.
I've been working with him for so long that I actually threatened him. I'm like, I will leave. I will sign up with someone else if you don't get this correct. And
Let's go.
I'm having these discussions. But my biggest problem is that I've trained it my method. So I developed a method in forensic criminology, and it's a very detailed method. And just when I think that I've got him trained, I'll like, okay, let's work on this case. And he acts like he's never heard of it before. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have to like start all over because by training him, I found that I could work faster. And so, but it's a new method, so he has to know my method. So if he doesn't go based off of my content and he starts pulling stuff off of the internet, I'm like, no, don't do that. Only go off of what I taught you. It's stressful to have to constantly train him over and over again because my content doesn't exist. I created it. It's my method, and so I needed to stick to the content I taught it. And so with Poppy, I'm interested to know that if it's going to stay consistent through all of my chats. When I say, okay, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, okay, working on this case, let's go, and I need to get this done by the end of the day. And I have clients that pay me to do this for them. And then if I have to do it myself, it could take me about a week to work on a case. But when if I train AI to work with me and read charts quickly, then I can get it done in a day. And so that's for me where I would need clarity to make sure that Poppy can offer that to me.
Okay, what's the question? I don't think I understood the question.
Will it remember when I train it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, sorry, I'm gonna question. So we can get the first person who said this in terms of AI. I'll explain why this happens in ChatGPT. What happens when you train ChatGPT? It saves it in this big, ginormous pool of memory, right? That it has. The problem is that it also has a much bigger pool of memory for millions and millions and millions and millions of data sources, right? And so when you try to talk to it every single time, it will try to figure out which one to pick from. Should it pick from you directly, or should it pick from the millions of other resources that it has? And sometimes it mixes those up. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't know which one is right to pick, and that's the issue. I think for us, at least, I can speak from my experience, from other customers' experiences. What the difference between Poppy is like when you feed it your guide of like how to use it, it's directly fed in every single time. Does that make sense, right? And you can create new AI chats every single time if you're trying to start a new case, for example. And that guide will still always be there. It will always pull from that guide. It will always be trained on that guide specifically for you to continue your chat. Does that make sense? So that should solve your issue because there's a lot of customers with similar issues I know you're talking about. And that's one of the reasons why they actually get Poppy. Now, the easiest way for you to start to test it out, right? I can speak what I say, and like, yeah, it's this and that. But the easiest way to just test it out, right? But I'll tell you that from just working with other customers, that has helped them so much.
Okay, so you think that it's more advanced than the ChatGPT as far as memory?
Yeah, it remembers the main stuff that you give it. Correct. So it will not. If you have trained it a specific way to do things, it will do them. I mean, sometimes it happens. I have to yell at it from time to time, but then it gets back to it because also we are using Claude for most of it, and Claude is like fucking 10 times better than ChatGPT. That's another big secret. Yes, it's better. It's better than ChatGPT. It's way better.
Yeah, especially on the stuff. Whenever you connect to the left side, you saw the left part of it, right? That's the knowledge base. Think of the knowledge base is like a brain that's always like, here's the brain, right? Use this brain directly with AI. That's the difference here. Make sense?
I'm gonna take more questions.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you have another question?
Yes, my second question was with podcasts. So I had a podcast channel that's still active and has subscribers, and it's been up, I guess, 5 years now. I started it in 2020, and it's still going. But I want to update it. Would I be able to take like a podcast, put it in there, and have them regenerate it in my voice with the updates?
Yeah. So when you say your voice, like actual voice right now, Poppy does not do. It can write it out. But yeah, when you say regenerate, you mean like literally do the podcast in your voice?
Yes.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, okay, so that's my question. Thank you.
Thank you, BW, for coming. I appreciate you. Stella. Hi.
Hey, Stella. I love your smile.
I'm in the UK, just to say. I'm wondering about the age. Pardon?
We're on a very similar time zone. I'm in
Are
Barcelona.
we?
Yeah,
I'm like you. I was tired, and now I've come awake. Yeah. I'm 66 years old. I'm quite computer literate, but on social media, I've only really used Facebook and a little bit LinkedIn. I'm starting out just joined the community, and a friend of mine who I met online, he's got 1 million followers on, I think it's YouTube or Facebook or both, and he's become a friend. And I said to him, if I start a YouTube channel, he said, just see what. So I'm getting your advice really, because I've heard that YouTube is pushing out older people's channels, like that lady that's there all the time. She's doing, is it solo and I wrote it in the single and solo or something like that. And she started, she's like younger than me, she's in her 50s, and she's got nearly 100,000 subscribers now in quite a short time. So my friend said, well, just try things and you can put things in playlists. So what's held me up is deciding pretty well where to start. And I thought, well, I could do, and Tony Robbins said, the place where you're most reluctant to put content out could be where you could help people the most. And so I think, so I'm just wondering, have you any comments? Because I could do things on narcissism. I've had a cancer diagnosis, and I've researched loads around that. What else? And I cared for my parents, but that was quite a while ago. And my qualifications are social worker, but also a science degree. So
what's the most fun? What kind of content would you say you would have the most fun doing?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. I've thought about if I could interview people where I could say even like women who are over 60 and living their purpose, something like that is going around in my head. But I think interviewing, like James does, he makes it such fun. I know he's got such skills, but I don't want to physically have to travel, but it'd have to be online, I think. So that's a good question. I'll write that down.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Even like, go ahead, sorry.
I was just asking, like, what was the niche that you said that you would enjoy making content in?
Thinking about interviewing women over 60 about how they're navigating to live their purpose, something along those lines.
Oh, that is cool. Like, I actually content that's very unique. I don't think that a lot of that content exists. I think you don't have to do any physical travel. Like, you can do these interviews from online.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
not
just
about-
connect.
it's not
As long
about-
as you,
Stella, say
sorry.
it. Go ahead, Stella.
No, I have to say it's not about making money, but it's about living your purpose. Or the other phrase I've thought of is living your best life. But I think purpose sounds better, perhaps. But and then like James does, he brings his personality into it and the relationship he builds with the people. Just on a good line, just try this out. Or
I think
yes,
that's great.
100%.
Have you ever tried that type of content?
no, I've done very little content. The only time I've done anything really is when I've been at a clinic. I went to a clinic in Switzerland for treatment, and I did some short videos from there.
Yeah.
But I haven't even
I
done
think
anything.
I think you should 100% do this because I've had a meeting with one of our customers from Pop AI. She's also like she's I don't know how old she is, but she's 60 plus, I believe, is how old she is. And she's like, I just want to show everybody that you don't have to be old and just feel like you're dying. I just want to show everybody you can still be older and you can just have so much energy and this and this and that. And she just has the most amount of energy, that in the world, right? And I love it. Like I spoke to her for like 2 hours, and I was like, please talk more, please like do content. And she her goal is something similar to what you're doing, which is like to inspire other people in her age to understand like you can do more. You can still be excited, right? And so I love that. I think you definitely should do that stuff.
And how much would you do? I mean, James just, I think he mainly on his channel. I've only seen interviews. How would you put a blend between yourself talking and doing the interviews?
You'll figure out over time. I think initially just like if you want to find a person, for example, to do an interview, just do your first video first. Like that's number one. Then from there you'll figure out the rest.
Yeah, like there's so much. Okay, let's talk about James. That's very good that you brought up James because you know James. So let's talk
I'm one
about.
of his biggest fans, as.
Okay, cool. So let's go to School of Hard Knocks and let's just look at what he did. And I'll show you. This is very interesting because you'll find that not every video used to be like this. Because if you go back in the day, there was a bunch of stuff that he was talking about. 5 ways to boost your mental. Oh, actually, that's his brother, but still, 5 ways to boost your health, credit scores, how to blow up, right? And then he was getting 900 views, 1,000 views, whatever. And then the first video he did that actually got him a bunch of views was, I believe, this video right here. And this was his first entry into like interviewing millionaires and their advice. And then he went crazy on that format and just like literally took it to the extreme. And then even in between that, he made other styles of videos too, that weren't just interviewing people. But eventually, he format and he enjoyed this format, and this format was getting a lot of views. So that's how everybody's YouTube channel starts. It's like really weird and messy. My YouTube channel is like this too. So that's normal. But what not said, just make that first video where you want to interview with somebody who's over 60 that is trying to live a purposeful life and just start there.
So it's not tips for over 60, living your best life after 60. It's focus on the purpose, see how it goes, isn't it? And how would I follow all your tips from today? Like, look who's, somebody's put something lovely in the comments. Lovely, thank you. About looking for who's killing it and then model, that sounds a bit unique, doesn't it?
In this case, I would say for you, just go and make your video. Like this is a tip I would say for everybody. Like what's the best thing is just go and make the content that you think is the most fun and you feel the most curious about, you wish existed out there. Like do that. Honestly, you can get to millions of subscribers and followers without ever modeling, or like that's a great place to start. We were just talking about like if you want to really amp it up and then take it even next level and kind of get competitive. So that's like step 2 or 3 or 4, which is like looking at modeling. But like right now, if you haven't started, just start. This is like, what shoes should I wear to run like fucking Usain Bolt? Maybe I'll do that once I'm competitively sprinting and then I can like look into it. Until then, so until you're like competitively doing it, whatever later, for now, just have fun and enjoy it.
And I don't need you at the minute, do I then?
No, you don't.
Nope.
Thank you so much.
Of course, happy to help.
I'm going to a lovely chat now with the comments.
Perfect.
Awesome, amazing. Awesome. Let's do Merlin.
Tiffany.
Oh, sorry, Tiffany. Sorry, go ahead.
So Tiffany actually sent me her question because she is not able to unmute. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. What are some suggestions to start a crowdfunding video content for botanical Togo containers? And then she included a link with her website. Let me share that real quick.
Damn.
Okay.
That's like niche. All right, here we go. Where's the link?
There it is.
Okay. So the question is to start a crowdfund for this thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And then her selling point, she messaged to me, is the product just looks like any other plastic boxes, except it's made 100% of plant, not fiber.
Okay. Do people care?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah. A lot of. Sorry. What else?
Go ahead, Nas.
It's also difficult. It's like you start talking and then the thing.
Let's say.
What I was gonna say is, context. We're not perfect at crowdfunding in terms of we have never done crowdfunding. So I'll give you that context first. I think 2. I do see in terms of like content to answer your question. At least what I think is, do people care? Yes. The first thing would be like to answer and to figure it out, to ask people. But I do see a lot of content on Instagram and with people who are like, this is the this is a better way, or this is a more eco-friendly way of using what it's called, either plates, what they call plates, for example, right? And there's a big community around this from what I've seen on Instagram. I think as long as you can hit that community, I think you're in the right place. But I can't answer the question of like how to actually crowdfund on that side. Maybe because you can answer that question.
Couple of things on that side. Like crowdfunding is basically going to people for an idea that you have and for them to give you money. That's what we did with Poppy, where we went out and found people and we're like, hey, do you want to give us money for this idea that we essentially have? And so there are a couple of ways, right? One way is like if you made a video on Kickstarter. So that's one way of crowdfunding. The other more reliable way of crowdfunding, in my opinion, is make content on Instagram Reels. Product videos do really well on short form content and they have actually really high conversions too. And sell it through that. Put links in bio and sell this thing. And if people care, they will find it, they will buy it. Just make good content. Like just focus on making good content that can get views. Again, if you want to do it purely results-based, hyper competitive, study the people that are killing it similar, and then make it like that. And then you can sell a lot of whatever you're trying to sell. Okay, great.
Okay, this is Tiffany. I'm actually so yes, a lot of people care. I do have B2B, but I want to understand if there will be B2C. But I don't know anything about creating content or crowdfunding using your platform. And I've been seeing great things with GetPuppy. So I was asking for suggestions, like what do you think how I can use GetPuppy to create video content for this crowdfunding? But one of the key fun things about my product is actually it can go from freezer into the oven into the microwave in one.
So the part where Poppy can help you is come up with different ideas. So like what you just said, right? You go to freezer, to microwave, whatever. So it's like you can record all those things that are unique about it, that are interesting about it, and I would put that in Poppy. Then I would find competitors that have made videos that have crushed it, and I would put that into Poppy. And then I would tell Poppy, yo, can you like help me like script out videos for me, or basically give me video ideas that I can do that model the viral factors of these videos that I'm showing you here, but you mix in the uniqueness of my product, and then it magically give you stuff, and then you can like just shoot that content and make that content and start putting it up and just see how the audience reacts.
I'm the pioneer, so I do not have any competitors. I have.
I would say your competitors in that case, not competitors.
It might be in like parallel niches. They might be selling something else. You can study somebody who's like selling shoes. You can study somebody who's selling something else. It's a physical product, right, Tiffany?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not a unique thing. Like maybe there's like slight differences to it, but you're always going to have, because if it's like nothing like this exists, then it could be two things. It could be a terrible idea, or it could be a really, really great idea. But what I would do is I would look at how other people are selling products, physical products, and what type of videos they're making. And that's probably the place to start.
And then just put it in Puppy. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yep. Yeah, like some of the dishes, like what I said is like other physical products and other eco-friendly products. Like I know there's a lot of eco-friendly products out there that just focus on like, eco-friendliness of specific like, cups, straws, you name it. I know there's a lot of different companies to do this, and so you just model them. So it didn't have to be in your specific niche.
And then Tiffany, just general questions outside of even Poppy or anything like that. Have people paid you for this thing yet?
Yep.
Okay, who?
Some are restaurants and some are consumer, but this is just it's basically a prototype stage that I just try to see if the product fits it.
How much revenue have you sold so far with it?
I only just tested just about $1,000 just to test it, just to see where it goes.
So hold on. So people have paid you up to $1,000 for this?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Amazing.
So that means that there is like interest. That's good. And multiple people have bought. So that's good. I just want to get a general sense of like, is anybody buying? So that's great. Now you just have to like find content that works and do it that way, or find people who make content, and you can be like, hey.
Any suggestion? Who?
That you would have to find because that's the biggest. That's the way we grew Poppy. And I wish somebody had told us who to go talk to. And we just had to kind of go and find people and then get a little bit lucky. So you can go and.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing, which is like partner with other creators, find other creators in the eco space. That's another thing you can do, and then see if you can work with them.
Oh, I don't have a huge budget. Working with them would it be in the thousands of dollars?
No, that's wrong.
No.
You can. There's some people who you can just be like, hey, I'm going to give you this thing, and you can give them the thing, and they'll do a video. And then there are other people who you can be like, hey, I'll give you like a percentage commissions of any sales that work. So to start, a bunch of the deals we made for Poppy was like, we'll give you 50% of the commission. So
great idea.
Yeah, they made less, like a bunch of people made videos and they did not make us money, so they didn't get paid. But then there were some people, like one girl, she made us like 100 and something thousand, and she got paid like $40,000. And we had no idea Poppy would sell. We had not found a market at that point. Keep in mind, we were doing $500 a month, Naz and I, working as two fucking adults full time, and that's how much we made in an entire month. So we had no idea that we would have any success. And then we kind of that happened.
Thank you very much. You guys are doing great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you got it. And then somebody asked, Devin, you asked, how do you get Poppy? We actually made a specific code for you guys for this community. It's called School, and you can use that to get 35 off.
I went ahead and I dropped it in the chat as well for you, Devin. I'll give you the link, getpoppy.ai, and then use code SCHOOL, SCHOOL, to get $35 off.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And then Damanpreet, hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. So nice to see you.
You too. Thank you so much for being here, first of all. And I just started like a brand new Instagram page, and I'm 14 and on a journey of healing, soul growth, and deep connection with my faith. And I really want to share that with like other teens and kind-hearted souls who feel like a little different right now, or like a little too soft maybe for the world. And right now I'm like creating content around like gentle wisdom from like my own healing and spiritual path, and like affirmations or like general prompts, and like basically just encouraging other teen entrepreneurs from a place of purpose. And my mission is to build like a space where young dreamers and they all like feel empowered, feel seen, and reminded that their softness is like a superpower. And I just started out, so like I have 4 followers right now, and I launched like 3 days ago and got 2-3 posts in. But I'm really passionate about like building this into like something meaningful.
Great, that's awesome. That's like, yeah, you're doing something that you care about, and that's awesome that you're so young. So I think that already gives you a unique angle. So that's fantastic. And then what's your question?
So like my question is like I would just love any guidance or support because I'm currently not growing any followers, and that like not growing any like, or like I basically don't know like what type of content to create mainly like that can go viral, because I have like so many things scripted out, and I also use ChatGPT for help, but that didn't work out. So I just want like sort of ideas.
How much content have you made, and what platform?
It's on Instagram, and I have like so many scripts written down, but currently I've only got like 3 posts in because like I'm kind of confused.
Only published 3 posts?
Yeah, currently.
Great. So I call this the magic rule of 70. So don't like basically just put your head down and get to like 70 posts, and you'll start to see patterns. I mean, of course, there's techniques, there's tips, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. But if you really believe in this community and you believe in this message, I want you to like up your frequency. There's nothing stopping you from making like 1 reel a day. Each reel you can get better. And yes, there's a lot of techniques and tips, but they're only going to be really, really valuable once you start making more and more content around it. So the best thing I can give you is literally if this month you just did a challenge, for this month and next month, you just do 1 reel a day and you don't miss. You're going to start picking up way more things than I could ever tell you on this call. Because how long have you been trying to pursue this, like, and build this? Has it been a while?
I've like brainstormed ideas starting like since 2025 started, and I've built building this brand, but I just launched it like a few days ago.
Okay. What does it mean you launched it? You like hit public, like you like made your account for private?
Yeah, I like created my account on Instagram like a few days ago.
Okay, great. So now it's time to do the actual work. And if you believe in this idea, which you should, that's great. I think like just start making a lot of content, sharing your insights, because and yeah, there are a lot of ideas I can give you, right? Like for example, like immediately when you were saying that, it's like why Elon Musk is miserable. It's like it's like because he's not feeling spiritual and he's not connected. He's an entrepreneur, and so you can take a really hot angle, something that's like hot and heavy that's happening, and you can talk about how if he felt peace and he did XYZ, he could feel more peace. So there's a lot of angles that could get you a lot of views on it. But I think any of that only matters after you start making content. And so for now, talk about, I feel like you already know the stuff that you want to talk about. You were even giving me like these type of entrepreneurs, and you have an idea of what they might need or how you could help them or share stuff with them. But I would just say like to start talking about it on your platform.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Amazing. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on. And then Renzo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Great, man.
For your time, and I really appreciate it. Poppy literally blew my mind. But I wanted to show you guys my Instagram and kind of if you guys can give me your thoughts. I'm a real estate agent here in Michigan, in the US, and I've been
Michigan, let's go. Sorry.
I've been doing short format videos to get to investor clients because I specialize in working with investors. And I just want to get your thoughts and like kind of if you maybe want to give me any pointers on what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. So yeah.
Okay, and sorry, who you're helping? I was just looking at your content and I kind of like missed that part.
But helping investors invest in real estate, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Got it. I see.
Okay, so and you can tell me if this content doesn't mix in with your niche, but like some of the content on real estate that I see kill it, or like I mean, there are lots of different styles, but like one of them that I saw was like people going to these big crazy houses and then like doing a cool video, a reel where it's like going through and like basically showing everything inside of it, or they'll be doing like a trending audio. I've seen those types of things do well, but I feel like the person you're going after might be different than who they're going after, because I think they might be going after the person who wants to buy that property. But I think for people who are trying to be real estate investors themselves, like, can you help me kind of understand who you're trying to help?
Yeah, definitely trying to help people that want to get into real estate investing, whether it's a brand new investor or someone that has experience. Most of my clientele is Hispanic, so I do help a lot of people from out of state and out of the country. And my market is pretty affordable. Like we can still find houses in Detroit for $50,000-$70,000, and you can flip it and sell them back for $160,000, $170,000. But so yeah, with the videos that I've been making lately, I want to like my niche is towards like investors, people that want to invest in real estate.
Is there any people in your niche that that's crushing it?
Yeah, there's some other agents or other investors that are making content too that I kind of like model myself after.
Nice. I mean, your content is looking good. Why do you think your channel? So like, what's stopping your channel right now from growing faster?
I guess I feel like I need more help with like brainstorming of like ideas. How to like make like better content. Like I feel like I have like good equipment, I have like good cameras. Like I can like I have knowledge about real estate, but I feel like maybe I need more help with like
when you're building this content, like are you going and are you making like completely unique content? Are you looking at content that already is getting like 300,000, 700,000 views, and then kind of modeling the big idea but in your own way?
So yeah, I'm definitely looking at other content of people like in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and I kind of like try to like replicate it but make it on my own way. Yeah. And
how much you usually post like a week? I'm curious.
I would say right now, not really. I'm posting like once a week. I just like I'm posting.
How long ago did you start this channel?
I started posting maybe like about 10 months ago.
Okay, so you have 15. To me, the biggest problem is that you have 15 reels with 10 months of posting.
Yeah.
So I would focus on that, because I honestly don't even see the channel as that bad. Like you have 1,000 followers and you're getting like in so many videos like 3,000 views, 2,000 views, over 1,500 views. I'm actually not even seeing a big problem. I literally feel like the biggest problem is the frequency of content. Like I think to me it looks like really good content. I feel like you're somebody who gets content and you're working hard at it. It's like the same thing that I just told Bermeen Preet. I forget the name, I'm butchering it, but just before you, and that's kind of how I feel here, making just a lot.
And I think it's like if you're an issue, you feel like you don't have any ideas. Like of course me and guys are like we don't know the real estate niche too much, and I personally haven't made real estate content myself. But to not sound cliche, like if I would say like if you were to bring in other content creators, for example, to Poppy, for example, and the stuff that you're doing, you can actually come up with some amazing ideas. This is what I would do all the time, for example, right? You can also try doing this in Claude too. You're welcome to do that too. But I think it's just about let me go through all the different ideas that I can do, and like how much can I do them like twice, 3 times a week, and just be consistent with that. And I think honestly it's just as simple as that. And then you'll find ones that work better for you, for example, over a period of time, and you continue to model those.
Gotcha.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna take the next question. Merlin, hi.
Hello everyone. Thank you for your time. So I'm working on creating a product for homeschoolers. It's going to be basically curriculum and also mindfulness and other techniques, because it's more focused on the well-being and as they learn. Right now it's a product, and eventually it's going to be, I want to add services, like coaching for the parents, coaching for, like community and other stuff. Right now I'm on the, nothing is being created. I'm working on that. And this call was perfect because today my work was to sit and ask the AI, which AI will be the perfect to help me creating this product. And then what do I need to learn in order for me to create this product?
Is the course, the product like a course, is that correct?
Yeah, it will be basically, all the classes, the curriculum for the kids that from, kindergarten, 3 years old to basically high school. But I want to slowly start creating and just focus on the product, which will have material for them to download and videos for kids.
Love that. I think for you, honestly, I don't think you need to go more complicated than ChatGPT. Like if you're gonna use either ChatGPT or Claude, one of those two, they'll do amazing for you. Just like, hey, here's my goal, here's the product I'm trying to create, here's a little bit about me. And I think ChatGPT and Claude will do an amazing job to help you out with that. And like say, let's start off with like, hey, give me the structure for the course I should work on first. And then once you got the structure, then figure out each individual like content piece. Okay, now can you help me figure out the content for this, for this topic? Can you help me figure out the topic for this topic? Honestly, I think that will be enough for you to get started.
Yeah. Okay. And where should I focus on learning more? The
in terms of like AI, what do you mean?
Yes, AI.
I would say honestly, I tell people the same thing all the time. It's like you don't need to learn AI, you just need to use it.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say that. Yeah, don't watch courses on AI, just use it.
Okay. Talk to it like you're talking to a human being. That's it. Like if you're gonna ask us, like, hey, like imagine I was a professional course builder and I knew everything about what to do for your business. Okay, how can you do this for me, please? Or can you help me with this? Talk to ChatGPT as if you're talking to me. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much.
You got it. Okay, Martin, what is up?
What's up, boss? Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Earlier in the call, I think the first 15 minutes, so you mentioned that Poppy doesn't create the content, doesn't create the video content, but rather focuses on the ideas, the scripting, audio, etc. I'm a programmer myself. I'm not a content guy, but I do have an app I'm developing about hockey, something that I'm passionate about. And what I'm interested in just learning and getting a perspective on is what video content creation tools or platforms you recommend that I look into to shortcut content creation so that I can then input Poppy output into that to create the video or to help me create videos, whether it's using other videos and then merging them together, etc.
What kind of content are you trying to make?
So there's really two channels. One's going to be for the actual app itself, where it's going to be not necessarily viral info, but it'll be more about demos, case studies. Quasi increases speed by 15% in 3 weeks. And NAS increase, et cetera. Right. And then the idea was that there's a secondary channel that just really appeals to beer leaguers, guys, middle-aged guys that are playing hockey that would use this app. It tracks your performance, your metrics through your wearable, through Apple Watch or your Android Wear OS watch, and that content would be, hey, sponsored by Hockey Performance Tracker, or there's a link back to the website. So it'd be kind of like a meme, not a meme channel, but almost like a fights and highlights and that kind of channel content.
Got it. Okay. So in terms of again, video generation, right? It won't do, at least right now.
Correct.
What you can do is if you have content on, testimonial, NAS increases speed by 23%, whatever it is, I would go into Poppy, I would voice record all my thoughts on what I noticed happened. So I would talk to it, literally, I would talk to just a voice memo recording. So I'd be like, hey, yeah, Nas started using this product. We did XYZ back and forth, and then he increased the speed. Or I would have a video interview that I would do with Nas, and I would get the transcript from that, and I just throw that into Poppy. So now I have the voice recording or the transcript of what actually happened. And then I would say, hey, I want to turn this into a video. Here's a video that went viral in a testimonial style that got over 200,000 views. I want you to model this. So model the hook, model that, but use the actual results that Nas got for my product. And then I would give it a little bit about what the product is. And then it's magic. You would get the entire script for the video. So you could be like, give me a 60-second script because it's going to be a reel. Is it going to be a YouTube channel that you're making, Martin, or Instagram or TikTok?
I was thinking it's going to be short form in terms of this kind of funny content. Yeah.
So you're going to go short form, and you're going to be like, hey, give me a 60-second script that highlights the transformation that Nas had working with this product, using this product. It would then give you that script in a viral format. You'll press a button. It'll turn it into 11 Labs audio. Okay. And then you can use that audio to edit the video together. Basically, you have to edit and put visuals. And then once you do that, you can use Captions AI app, which is great for just putting captions. And it will automatically put all the captions for you. That's what I use. So I'm going to put that in the chat.
Okay. So Captions AI captions, but in terms of actual content creation, like AI content created, nothing really out there that you guys recommend or even exists.
For what?
Yeah, I would say for video generation.
Video generation, you have, I just don't use anything because everything kind of sucks right now, but HeyGen, I know people use, and then there's some other stuff. The only one I have kind of used and I make ads with it is it's kind of like a card, Hedra. I use that to make my Poppy ads, and I have that running in production, and some of these ads are making us thousands of dollars. But the way I use it is I literally took the Studio Ghibli art, the kind of the cartoon character art. So I took an image of me, I took that image, put it into Hedra, and I'll show you guys this too. So Hedra videos, so this one. Please log in. Oh shit, my fucking laptop's about to die. Okay, there we go. Wait, is it connected?
Yeah, Hedra AI is one that I was gonna say. The other one I was gonna say as well. That some of the customers from Poppy from Poppy community have been saying. I don't use it personally. I would love to try at some point, but check it out. It's called lipdub.ai. It's also one of the ones that a lot of people talk about too. So lipdub.ai, if you want to check it out.
Yeah, so in Hedra, I just put literally a picture and what I want that script to say. And then it will generate 20 seconds of video. And so you repeat that process 3 times, kind of annoying. But you repeat the process, you get a 60-second video, and you can put it together. But at that point, just fucking look at the camera and say the script. That's easier at that point. But yeah, there's definitely video generation stuff. I just don't use it.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Cheers.
I want to real quick before we move on. I want to know your guys' I know you guys mentioned captions. Is captions if you're going to make an investment for that monthly subscription to do content on Instagram, like Instagram Reels, TikTok, is captions the best of the best together?
Yeah. So in terms of something that makes captions really well, I like it personally.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can use, and now they even have this editor, which is super sick. So I don't know I think this editor's on their mobile too, but it was definitely on their desktop. I uploaded video, and then it just basically says AI edit, and you can pick the AI edit. It's kind of fucking crazy, but it has the boom and the bass sound effect and the visuals and the images and the emojis, and I was blown away. Yes, it's kind of sometimes quirky and kind of cringy with what it does, but man, I've published a few videos with it, so I was pretty pumped.
Dude,
yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite apps for sure.
I saw the same thing. It takes what you're saying, and it creates a scenic view or whatever, and it's freaking nuts, dude. The advancement only a couple years ago, all you could get was just captions on it, and then now they're creating it's freaking nuts. Anyways.
Yeah, so good. Only a matter of time before it does everything for you.
Yeah. Yes, Lena, hi.
Hi. Quick question. So, do you think to get the most out of the Poppy, do you need to know how to ask the right questions so the app can give you the best results?
No, you can ask it dumb questions and it can still sometimes get you the right results. It's like a human, and you just have to talk to it back and forth. So the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people think there's prompting is this magical thing, and they will use the word prompting, and then people will have prompting templates and libraries, and it's basically just being able to talk to somebody. So for example, when I get a script that I don't like, most of the times when other people look at it, they go, oh man, I guess my prompt didn't work and the AI didn't give me what I needed, so ChatGPT just sucks, or Claude just sucks, or Poppy just sucks, and that's about it. They give up. When I get a script that's shitty, that's sucks, I literally tell the app this script sucks. Please make it better and make it viral. I'm trying to get views. If I don't get views, I'm not gonna be able to eat. So help me out here. And already it will start to do better. It's so shocking and surprising. Now, of course, you can do smarter things. You can give it better references and better suggestions. But if you just start talking to it like a human, and if you have problems and you tell it, it does a better job.
And I was gonna say one last thing, just Islana, please. I think Islana, super cool. The other thing as well, just if for all the customers who do sign up with Poppy, you actually have an on-one onboarding call with one of our onboarding specialists, and they'll just show you some of the tips and tricks of what you need to do and how to get the right scripts for you, basically. So they'll actually teach you how to use it properly. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool, because I just started my Instagram, and I'm not doing good putting content out. Like you guys said, gotta have at least 70 and all of that. And I forgot who asked, should I just use, so I use Poppy to give me the ideas, and then I just use Reels on Instagram to create the content itself, or should I use a specific app?
That's perfect.
You
I mean, you don't have to get more complicated. Like you can keep your life pretty simple, and you can just use the Instagram Reels app because then it's just so easy to post from there too.
Yep. Just point at your face and that's it. And then talk.
Like do the captions for you too. You know, it can if you want to add sound effects or edit, you can even do that right there. So like they're built. It's like really good.
Okay, so you said that if I get the app, if I sign up with to get the app, I'll have a one-on-one that will kind of guide me through the first
Yes,
few things. And
exactly. Everybody gets a one-on-one call, and basically our team will like go through and work with you to get your first script or video or whatever like out, so you actually have something tangible when you leave the call, and you can then shoot it right after the call and publish it.
Okay, so you've seen like for most people that sign up with Poppy, do they Instagram and social media accounts like just grow substantially? Like is that kind of like what happens? That's what you guys see?
Miss Lana, for every single person that gets ChatGPT, everybody gets different results, right, from ChatGPT or whatever service they use. So that really depends on how well people use it. So the people who we have using it well are making more money and are growing.
Any more views?
We have people who are doing ads that are, one guy just made like $29,000 on $800 ad spend.
Cool.
People who, you know, Jason Cooperson, he got like 700,000 extra views this month on his Instagram. We have people breaking their first 10,000 followers on Instagram. So this is not happening for everybody. These are the people who are like using it the right way, and then actually shooting the content and everything, because they could give you a viral script, but if you don't shoot it, it won't work. Hopefully,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes, you did. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Amazing.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Michael, how are you doing, Michael? You've been very patient. I like it. And now I'm gonna answer your questions.
Okay, sweet. Just 1 second here.
Yeah, you take two.
Just gonna someone decides to call when I'm just about to get on with you guys. Crazy. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to drop my link in the chat here as well so you could see it. But I've been creating content for a while now. ChatGPT is very much integrated into my workflow. I use it for creating descriptions for the YouTube videos and also for content generation ideas. So I was very intrigued by Poppy and what it can do for me in terms of trying to analyze which videos are doing the best and what I should be doubling down on, just because my channel is made up of fitness, travel, and tech at the moment. And I seem to sometimes hit good amount of views on all the topics. But I know if I kind of organize it better, that I can get a better reach. So I was just trying to see if there was some advice you guys could give me based on seeing what we do and how to move forward from there. Because I got a lot of, I guess, potential, but I'm just trying to get it a little bit more dialed in.
Yeah.
So is your question like how to potentially improve your YouTube, or is it question?
Well, my question is throwing all my analytics and all my videos, I guess, into Poppy. Would it be able to? I've tried this with ChatGPT, but kind of tell me what I should be focusing on or make a better content calendar based on what's actually getting watched and what's actually growing my channel.
So it can, so for example, here's what it would tell you, and this is something that I will tell you right now, before you even put it into Poppy. So I am immediately looking at these 4 videos, this, and this, because what happened 6 years ago, I don't care about. 5 years ago, it's too long ago. So this may get your results, may not. Unlikely that it would. So recency is a huge thing. So I'm actually anything that's recent and did well, I would say to reproduce that more.
Okay.
And so how Poppy would help in this case is like I would take this, I would put this into Poppy, and I would tell Poppy, hey, recency is a pretty important thing. So when you're judging these videos, like if a video got more views but it was more recent, or even if it got less views but it was more recent, value that really high.
Okay.
And then Poppy can actually kind of analyze these for you, this page for you, and then go, okay, make more of this style of content. So for me, immediately, for example, what I would say is, making more of this style of content. If I knew nothing else, if I don't know what you want to do, bro, just if I'm like a robot and I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and I would say it also depends like what is your goal with the content, right? Is because I see there's different, like kind of what Kazi said, there's different styles. Some about training, some about couples, stuff like that. And so it depends on where you want to take the channel. But you can also tell that to Poppy, like, hey, my goal is actually to grow more in this specific niche, right? In which case it might tell you, hey, maybe actually let's go down this route, or let's bring in more examples from this niche specifically. In which case then you start to tailor it to that niche, and then again, it depends on where you're trying to take your YouTube channel to.
100%. Now on TikTok, did you get a link there just to kind of briefly look over that, because that's more of the short form content that we do, and I want to know if it's just kind of worth, in your guys' opinion, worth it just to double down on the one type of content on TikTok because it gets more viewership, or should I still be trying to keep the few different things I have on there, because we actually run a real business in person as well, and that is a personal training business where we train people to become police officers. But this is our kind of social media, I guess, journey. But the content creation we've been doing it for a while, and I just want to take it to the next level in terms of growing the TikTok page and all that type of stuff as well.
And what's the goal of growing the page?
Well, right now it's more for awareness and to try to seal some more brand partnerships in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I personally see this as like, I mean, because you have your opinion as well, probably, but like when I look at this Instagram, I don't see too much of like you guys talking about like how to teach other people how to become policemen. So again, it don't depend on what the goal is of the content. If you want to teach more about that, then maybe more content around this sort of topic. Because to me, it just feels like for this specific Instagram, which is great. You guys have done 109K already, and that's fucking awesome. But it still feels it's very much a couple, which is for couples.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what grew. Yeah. Go ahead.
What do you want it to be? Because if you want,
basically that's a good question. So like, I feel like because we're like a couple, but we're also branded a business, every platform has a different kind of flavor to it. So it seems like on TikTok, the couple stuff really took off. If you look at our Instagram's mainly more business kind of focused, and then the YouTube is kind of everything blended.
Yeah. Bro is calling us single in multiple languages. No, this is great. Yeah. So. Okay, like TLDR, like just a fucking one-word answer. Like, do you want to grow the couple? Like, would you rather monetize it with relationship or the police stuff? Just like a
relationship.
Okay, great. Then it seems like it's heading in the right direction. So what's the problem?
Just basically, I want to, I guess, dial in my strategy more.
Okay.
To grow it more aggressively.
All right. And why is it not growing aggressively in your opinion? Like, what do you feel? Was it growing aggressively at some point?
Yes, in 2021 it was growing very aggressively. That's when we built a bulk of our following. And then, sorry, 2021 or 2020, 2021 I believe it was. And then our live stream got banned, and I don't know if that shadow banned us for a bit, but the live stream is unbanned now because it wasn't supposed to be banned because I finally got some right support for it. So now I'm just trying to revive the channel in 2025.
Okay.
But I've still been able to get 1 million views, and some views are still going. So I don't know, but it's not like before. Before we used to post, followers would fly in. Now it just seems a little bit much slower, I guess, in that sense of the followers coming in.
Right. And no, I need that. I'm like out of battery, sir. Thank you. Okay, got it. So, and then are you only mainly trying to grow on TikTok or also Instagram Reels?
Well, right now it's TikTok and YouTube's been my main focus in the recent bit.
Okay. And what happens when you try to do this? Like, okay, literally, if I'm thinking like a machine, this video that got 1 million views. If you recreate this exact thing or something similar to that, does that work or no?
In the past, yes, it has worked. We made different renditions of like similar videos, and that has worked.
Okay, got it. I would try multiple platforms too, because sometimes it happens where like I'll be on one platform and sometimes one platform just starts to kind of not work. Like, for example, TikTok for us was like killing it for the start of our Poppy career, but then it kind of just stopped performing for us. And then Instagram and YouTube started working really well.
Oh, okay.
Like, and then now Instagram works mainly. Like Instagram, even our organic content is getting views. Like one of our organic pieces hit like 1 million views, 100,000 views. Stuff
Okay.
like
Yeah. Well, recently I see like Instagram's letting more videos go out because even we had a reel that hit like 200K, and I was like, that's not like Instagram. But I guess the algorithm is more favorable now for the reels.
Yeah, all the content that we've done here, like I can't even fucking break like 100 views, bro.
I see. Yeah.
It's literally the same videos. Some of these same videos on Instagram are like at some ridiculous viewership. So,
okay.
I mean, do more, do better, and try multiple platforms. And it's just like a really frustrating name of the game with content, and it's hard, and it's great and it's awesome, but it also like sucks. There's the part that sucks too. So
yeah.
And you're more advanced because you're like already creating a lot of content, right? You have 100,000 followers. But for you, I would definitely like also post on different platforms, and I would even up the frequency of the content, because once you find your next viral thing, and what I mean by that is like you're not just upping the frequency, you're constantly looking for like a new pattern that works for you. So you're trying, I would say you're trying different angles when you're doing couple reels or a couple videos.
Yeah. And in terms of Instagram posting frequency, what do you guys find is the best? Because I know you guys have been saying 1 a day for 30 days, but if I'm posting more, is that better or is that not worth it?
It literally doesn't matter. There's a channel that like posts like 100 times or 150 times a day, and it's one of the fastest growing channels in the world. It's like a news channel.
Wow.
So it doesn't. Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Okay, so post more than once a day, you say?
Yeah.
More posting, more posting, more testing. So that's how you know what content crushes for you.
Exactly. Okay, well, because I see a lot of people just take their TikTok pages and put them on Instagram in terms of the couples, and some of the videos can go viral. So I feel like I can take that approach and just flood it up and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep, you got it, Michael. And
nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. And Ahmed, what's up, bro?
You are on.
Hi.
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 Yep. How to get more
How are you
subscribers?
doing? Thank you. I'm really sorry I came late. I just slept.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, there's a time difference almost 4:25 here, and it's right. I'm from Pakistan.
4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. 4:25
Wow.
a.m. right now. Yeah.
There's a war going on. There's like a war.
Yeah,
going on.
that's true. And people should be. What I believe, I have got a YouTube channel about Man on Wheel with a Mission, which is about personal development and relationship. What I experience, but I also talk about the wars also. Like people should be sane and should give a chance to the peace also. So that should be world should be a better place if we give a chance to the peace. Because sane people who are sane, they would give a chance, and basically they should, because both are neutral powers. They should have something about it. So I talk really about that also. So that's what I want to know. I would not take your time. Basically, I've got 32 subscriber right now, and I've posted almost 300, more than 300 videos on my YouTube channel.
Link me your channel.
Okay, I'm gonna link. Yeah, more than 300 channel videos for almost 340. I'm gonna link to my channel on here. So that's I would like to know how can AI can help me in getting more subscribers. That's my main question. That's what I really want to know.
Well, show me your content, because first I have to know what is happening.
Yeah, I would like to post it right here. That's
yeah, I can even help you, or if it's a lost cause at this point.
Yeah, that's okay.
300 pieces of content. That's already a big one. That's huge.
Yeah, that's great. I will let you know. I would like to work with you and get together. And so I think I'm going to Florida in the basically end of July and August, basically for the summers. So that's what I'm going to my basically that.
Amazing.
Link your channel. I want to see your channel.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to link it. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
The more generic your question is, guys, the more generic answer you're going to get. And I think it would be better if your questions are super specific, because then we can give you really, really good answers. So for example, like how can AI help me? I mean, there's like a lot of ways AI can help you. But in terms of your case, right, I would want to know specifically. So that's why if I can see your channel, they'll be better. Ahmed, until you get your channel, I'm going to take other questions in the meantime. Okay. And then I'll speak with you at the end after that. Okay. So get your channel and everything, please prepared. Then how are you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks for the insight so far.
You're finding it out with us. Nice.
Yeah, so basically, quick introduction. I'm more technically versed, so I have a background in engineering and AI engineering as well. But my business is centered around AI solutions for businesses, selling B2B solutions for business to streamline operations. But the issue is I'm kind of weak in marketing and sales, but I've improved it over the past 5 months. And then the one pain point I'm experiencing right now is having the proper content strategy on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is the core channel we're using for marketing and outreach, and also for inbound. So I'd like to ask, so I've pasted my, I can't paste my links in the chat, I don't know why. Okay, never mind. So I pasted my site and LinkedIn profile in the chat. So I have a couple of example posts I've made so far. The impressions are okay, but like the issue I'm experiencing is how do I consistently create a content strategy that's like consistent all the time, because I spend brain power like thinking about the content, and sometimes
I got you. So you need to. So I would pick a few people and then build a framework out of that, and then make you content. So I'll give you a few people. So one is Lauren, and she has really good content on LinkedIn, and she's killing it. Can somebody fucking show me how you see posts on LinkedIn? Okay, there we go. Like
the most complicated thing ever. Right now.
Horrible. So her frameworks for writing content are really good. So I would look her up on LinkedIn. So I would link her to you, and you can use these frameworks to write. The other person that comes to my mind that is really good on written content is Justin Welsh, and his Twitter and LinkedIn content crushes it. So let's go here. Yeah, like he's still crushing it, right? Most people sabotage their own business, and then boom. And he gets a very sophisticated audience of customers. A lot of them are business owners. I don't just and so what I would do is I look at their content, and they have they have content about how to make content. So you want to look at a few of those people, and then you want to train your AI with a few of their post examples and the frameworks of how they say to make viral content. And then what the beautiful thing will happen is all you have to do at that point is, whether you use Poppy or something else, record a voice message about the shit that you hate in your industry and what people are doing wrong, like how you do it differently and like how you help people. Or if you have a specific story of something that happened. With those things combined, with how Justin Welsh says to make viral content, with some specific story or things that you hate, and then your call to action of what you want those people to do at the end, buy your course, buy your product, whatever, magic will happen when you give that to the AI. Fadden, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more
And
content.
then it's just a matter of posting the actual content.
Yeah, so it depends on the audience. So for example, like my niche or the ideal customer profile is in the financial services space. So like VCs and venture capitalists. These guys are a bit more practical in the way they consume. So I don't want to opt for just hype content, if you understand what I mean. So I kind of want content to be a bit more practical. So like with proper case studies.
Are you a VC?
No, I'm not. But I'm
How do you
trying.
know exactly? How do you know exactly what it is?
Because from the client interviews that I've had, not too many, just about 5, I've heard the same thing, that they're a bit more practical in the way like they consume content or the way they consume offers that you're trying to present to them. So,
Do you have any case studies or no?
Yeah, I have a few case studies, but not in the financial services space. But I'm trying to break into that financial services space, leveraging the other case studies that I have.
I mean, if you don't have any cases right now, then posting case studies, as content is not gonna work for you because you have none, right? So instead, basically, I'll just post what you do have or what you do know, right? So if, for example, take some of these other guys or maybe something else in a similar niche that you have with a financial service, and then you will also define like the stuff that you love, the stuff that you know in the space, then I think it's some content. And over time, you'll probably get more and more knowledge around this, and then you'll be able to post more content. But right now, we don't have use cases. For example, I don't know necessarily you'll be able to post those use case studies on your own, LinkedIn. You don't have any. Do you see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. I would get more case studies and I would work more directly with these people, and I would be careful making assumptions. You could be completely right, but the cost of being wrong is a lot to your bottom line, as in your money in your bank account, because you'll be surprised what type of people are watching really silly or crazy content, because people are humans at the end of the day and people don't want to be bored, and it doesn't matter. Elon Musk plays fucking Diablo on his goddamn jet, and he shits on like 1 million VCs combined, and so and he hangs out with Joe Rogan and he smokes pot with him, and he's like a degenerate on Twitter, and he also invests in a bunch of companies. So you could be right, but I wouldn't be so sure about an assumption that could cost you and lose your money, because more people would care about content that engages them. Now, it doesn't mean your content has to be like, your content doesn't have to be Mr. Beast content, right? Like that's made for virality and mainly for kids. So it doesn't have to be that. But you could have content that is entertaining and punchy, but you could put it towards VCs and then see what happens.
Yeah, it's actually funny you mentioned that, because I'm like, I don't really know what to say here, but actually, it's like the more real you are on the content side, the better, the more you'll attract what you want. So, for example, on my side, when I was doing my Instagram, I was learning Web3 content at the time, and I was trying to attract, Web3 people who would buy like Web3 courses, or people who would buy, buy like services like agencies or services from us, right? I even would post dance videos of me pointing to things like about like specific topics, like serious topics, but I'd be dancing in them, and those will actually get the most amount of views. And I got a fucking people who still buy, like dance videos about a specific topic, or a serious topic. It doesn't fucking matter. People still buy all the time. So I would say kind of like what Kazi said here, which is like just be as real as you are, and even if it's not necessarily directly related, you'll still get the audience that you want around it.
Yeah, and the frequency, does that play a major role? Because at the moment I'm posting once every Monday, every week. So to like get proper traffic being driven on the inbound side of things.
Yeah, so frequency is probably one of your biggest leverage points, especially if you don't have a lot of frequency right now. Frequency is probably your biggest leverage point. So I would up that frequency to, like what's stopping you from posting once or multiple times a day. If the only thing that's stopping you is writing, then AI is great.
Actually, that's the idea generation.
Generation. But this is where like I would throw research and ideas and articles and stuff like that into AI. You could do it with ChatGPT or whatever. To me, it seems miserable. Like I would love to do it on like a whiteboard. It's easier for me, but you can do whatever that works for you. I just throw all this research, and then I would start getting that to make content. Dude, actually, I have a great video on making LinkedIn content that's like fucking life-changingly good. I'm just gonna link it to you, and you should watch it. And I would highly recommend you. Okay, hold on. Come up. Poppy AI. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm right there. Okay, there we go. This video right here. This is so good for writing. Like holy shit, it's like a gold mine.
Oh yeah, he crushed it with that one.
Today, the guests that we're going to be, I'll just give you a little intro of it. With 300,000 followers on all his social media accounts. For his own clients, he's grown their brand to over 300,000 followers. And for himself, he's made over $250,000 in just 1 year with his social media. Today, he's going to be breaking down how he went viral on LinkedIn with just one post and grew by almost 1,000 followers and got almost 8 million impressions with just one post, and what AI tools he used to all. And he shares like some really killer frameworks, and he even gives away a bunch of these things. So you can then bring that into whatever AI, whatever you're using, and get really killer LinkedIn content. So I would do that and then start putting in a bunch of research, and you'll start getting good content. But if it's written content, I mean, you should be able to like get it to 2 posts, like 1 to 2 posts per day, especially with that. But I'm gonna go on to the next question now, Fadden. Thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate it though. Nice insights.
You got it. Farah, hi.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
First of all, thank you for the video. It's been constructive for real.
Yeah, you got it.
So,
Thank you so much.
yeah. So basically, my mother, she's a doctor, and she launched the first psychiatric clinic in Tunisia, which is in North Africa. And we've been helping her, me and my sister, to scale up on social media actually. So my sister is a UX UI designer, and she was like working on the part of the website and the content, the SEO, etc. And we had like a social media manager to help us with the content on Instagram, but we stopped working with her. And basically for 2 months we didn't post so much. It's been just like 5 posts basically. If you want, I can share with you the Instagram link here. It's not in English though. But yeah, I wanted to have some advices from you. Maybe you tell me like how to proceed. The account is small basically. It's been just 2 months since we started.
I mean,
and And yes, so we're not gonna be posting for 2 weeks. Maybe the AI may be helpful.
Okay, so I'm gonna help out with this one. So instead of asking for advice from us, I think we all need advice from you, because your first reel got like 10,000 views and you have 143 followers. So to me, it feels like you're doing an amazing job with content. The only problem I see, can anybody else guess what I'm gonna say in the Zoom chat? See what happens. Like, just let me see where people are at. What am I gonna say in the Zoom chat? Like, what do you guys think the problem might be?
Yeah.
So that is it. I don't even think we need to, like, sure, the AI will help you and sure this and that, but like, I think for you, just post more content. I think that's where I would start.
Okay, sure. And like, at what frequency should it be?
As much as you can. That's what I would say.
Okay. But mostly reels, not only posts. Like,
Yeah, both, either or, whichever one you want. Post or reel. Yeah.
Yeah. If you enjoy making more reels, for example, like, you just need to stay focused on that, because you just get really good at a specific part of Instagram. That's also when I was growing my Instagram. I got really good at that. I kind of forgot about posts completely. But if you are also going to post, you try that. But it's also okay to just focus on one if that will make it easier for you.
Gotcha.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you for coming up.
All right, cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fun.
Yep, amazing. Yvonne, go ahead.
You guys, thanks for the highlight. And I really like the dynamic between you two. It feels like it's very fun to work with you guys.
Thank you. Oh, I haven't seen anything yet.
Until you watch, we're being so tame here.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Actually, I found out that there's like 13-year-olds on this call and 14-year-olds on this call. I'm like, oh man, you should watch our vlogs on Instagram. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, so like I started trying to build a personal brand like a couple months ago in the tech sales niche. So I coach people to break into tech sales, and then I'm gonna share my YouTube here. Just want to see like what's your take, and then like how can I just leverage whatever like AI or like your knowledge to like get to the next level.
What does it mean? Tech sales? Tech
software
sales?
sales.
Oh, that's so sick.
Oh,
We
really?
need software sales. We need software sales. Can we?
Yeah, actually, come talk to us after this. And also, you're gonna blow, like, you're gonna blow up on YouTube. I'm telling you this.
Yeah,
already.
it's so good.
Hold on. I'm gonna watch the content now. Give me 1 second. Ooh, 3.9x. We got an outlier here. Let's check it out.
Struggling to land a tech sales job in 2025?
Bruh.
Oh, that's sick.
How this changed the game. And if you don't know how to use it, you already a lot of prospects in my day-to-day, and I work with a lot of clients right now.
Okay, when did this channel start? Hold on, I'm trying to get the deets on this. A month ago, 2 months ago. Okay, great. And then let's go here. She's even got a freaking Calendly link, call booking here.
That's sick.
Nice.
Do you get any calls booked? Do you get any calls booked right now? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I get one so far from YouTube, and then I do a lot of outbound, right? So like I get like 30 meetings.
Okay, amazing. What's your question and what's your problem?
Yeah, like I want to grow YouTube. I want to turn it into like a lead magnet. So like
Yes.
yeah, like what would you recommend? Like what should I do next to like get to the next level?
I honestly think you're doing great. Like, I honestly don't even think you need like some crazy thing. Like, you're literally right on the right track. I swear to God, you're like 2 months away from one of these videos blowing up, and your channel's gonna grow so fast. Like, I've seen so many channels. Like, my brain is at this point like a fucking machine learning algorithm when it comes to YouTube. And I can just kind of spot it when somebody like has it down. I just think you need to like do more and not quit. Like, the dumbest thing you would do is quit. I don't think you're planning on quitting. I mean, you made a video a day ago.
What do you guys like deal with burnout? Because I do get burnout sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing stuff you don't like. That's all burnout is. Burnout is just doing stuff you don't like. Nobody's ever said like I ate too much ice cream, my life is horrible, or like I played too much, like life is horrible. Burnout only happens when you do shit that you don't like. So like do that less. So where do you feel burnout?
Like lead gen, like I do a lot of DMs. So sometimes that
there you go, right? It's the fucking I hate doing fucking cold DMs. Like, I hate it. And it's one of the most valuable things for us to do in our business, but like it kills my soul. Whenever I start doing outreach, I'm like, I put a timer on for how long I do it. I make sure I tell everybody that I did a lot of work that day. I also start looking up my work-life balance. I start sleeping earlier. I start like sleeping in longer. I start prioritizing my health. Those are all signs that I'm unhappy with what I'm doing. Like, whenever my life gets on track, I was telling this to somebody earlier today. That means I'm fucking miserable and I'm crying out for help. And please, it's like a red flag if you ever notice that with me. And it's because I'm very not happy with what I'm doing. And so start paying attention to like sleeping on time, work-life balance, and all of those things. So start doing less of the things you don't like. So like, for example, like I listen to Hormozi's advice and it's really great, but it's great for a certain personality type. For my personality type, it's not really great. I hate doing the shit that I don't like doing to the point where I just cannot get myself to do it. It's much better that I just hire somebody to do that thing. That works out better.
Why do you need to do lead gen? Like right now, for example, if your goal is to build up your YouTube channel, like what's the whole goal with cold?
I think, and she can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's doing cold outbound so she can close those clients instead of like waiting on YouTube to get 1 lead a month, at least for now. Right?
Yeah. YouTube's not big enough to be predictable yet now.
Yeah. How are you surviving? How are you surviving right now? Like, how are you making money? How are you living? Is it with parents? Is it by yourself?
By myself, yes. Like I had a 6-figure job before, so I have some saving, and then I quit my job 2 months
How
ago
long
to
will your
go
savings
cold.
last you if you try to like just turtle up? Like, how long?
Not long. That's why I need to do outbound. Like
How
that's
long?
why I need
How long is how long?
like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you need to be doing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you gotta suck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got to be doing. I don't know, Ethan, if you're talking to us or if you're talking to somebody else, because you're on mute. Okay, I'm gonna assume he's not talking to us. That's fine. But yeah, if you're doing yeah, that makes sense. You're 2 months.
You know what? YouTube is a fucking amazing place to crush. But correct me if I'm wrong, Kazi. Like, do you think she could get potentially even faster if this style of content and her level of effort went into like 2-3 Instagram reels? Like, just out of curiosity. Like, I feel that's also not bad. Like, you might actually, because I've gotten so good at getting leads from Instagram. When I was doing workshops, stuff like that. Like, I was doing 15K a month with 3-day workshops from Instagram directly, nothing else. So
What
like,
are you selling?
What are you selling?
What are you selling?
Oh, it's like a coaching to help them get into tech sales.
Tech sales. Okay. So I don't think Naz is wrong at all. I would just say don't stop YouTube at all though, because your YouTube is awesome. Is your YouTube the thing that causes you to burn out, or is it the cold DMing?
Because I do everything by myself. Yeah.
Shit. Because okay, so I'm really torn. I do see what you're saying, Naz, and I do see that smaller, like her effort will go way farther on short form content in the short
term.
run.
In the short term, yes.
breaks because it's like I see where her YouTube is at, and I'm like, I know
Yeah.
she can fucking make it. She's so close with YouTube.
Like she's
Like,
one video away from getting like
I'll show you. Okay, I'll give you my example. I have different channels, right? I have this one channel on YouTube where I do personal brand stuff, and I was sitting here doing a bunch of videos, and they were doing okay. They were doing okay, and then this one day I make this one video. Forget about this one. This one was supposed to go viral. It was engineered to go viral, and so that makes sense. But I did this one video where I talk about this tool called Obsidian. It's a nerdy tool. Only nerds know about it. Not many people know about it. It's like a text edit, like that you write in or take notes in. I made this one video, and I just went super. It's like super detailed about Obsidian, like very niche. And I literally made it for a friend to just sell him on not using Obsidian, using this other thing. This video blew up, got like 200,000 views out of nowhere. And so I feel like you're very close to one of those videos. So that's why I don't want you to change your YouTube strategy. I want you to keep going on your YouTube strategy. But if you
And just like
go ahead, Miles.
No, that's what would be the worst. If you, let's just say if for this next month the only thing you did was YouTube, and then if you don't see any good, good outcome of that, then you can think of a strategy at that point, which could be either to do a bunch of cold outreach, like a bunch of DMs at that point, and then to do some Instagram, or you might just see a video just pops off for you within the next month. Because I see what you're saying, which is like there's such good quality already. I feel like it's only a matter of time.
I wanted to do both. I wanted to do YouTube now and Instagram. Like, but I know that, so are you doing this full time, the content stuff? Okay, and then you're editing everything, right? The videos. Damn, you're editing those videos?
Like I outsource this now. Like the recent one you see, it's by someone else. But like before
Nice.
it was myself.
Yeah. So how many hours are you working every day right now, like full time on this?
Maybe like 13 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of maxed out. Shit. I mean, look, you can take the next 2 weeks and just do Instagram or like one of the short form platforms. And see kind of what happens there.
Yeah.
The thing with Instagram, like I need to relearn about the algorithm of the game though. I don't really know about Instagram Shorts.
It's not that crazy. Like you can look up some of the videos and the thing, and then like go, okay, I'm gonna make videos training people and do a similar style.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean, even that girl for
if you're doing some YouTube and you figured out some YouTube like Instagram and stuff, it's not that hard. Okay, crazy question because I'm like excited. I want this to work for you. Do you have parents or somebody you could live with?
I could, but then I need to go back to China.
Okay.
I mean,
Like-
Canada, man.
Like because my thought process is like your YouTube thing. I just feel like you're gonna nail it. Like I know you're
Like
gonna nail
long
it.
form, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and I just feel like if you're not worried about fucking going bankrupt, quote unquote, because like okay, for example, with Poppy, bro, like we would have never known when we were gonna fucking make it, and we were like same situation, 2 months away of going bankrupt. And that was like around right before September or whatever. And we were like 2 months away. We're gonna go bankrupt and deciding between whose basement are we gonna sleep in, which parents, and Naz's parents or my parents. And we didn't know, and we just kept sticking through it. We didn't change course. We just kept sticking through it. Sometimes it's dumb to do something consistent. If you fucking make like 200 videos and you have like no more than 5 subscribers, you're doing something fucking stupid, and you need to switch. You clearly need to change your strategy because it's not working. Your thing, I'm seeing you literally are having your recent videos 3.9x of an anomaly in terms of views than the other videos. So there's something happening here. So I feel like you should keep this thing going and just get more efficient with your time and how you're doing this so that you can also try. You just have to do more. It sucks. But like right now you're kind of in this weird puberty phase of like there's something that's gonna work, but you don't know what it is, and you have to do even more than you thought you're gonna have to do, and it's burnout. And so it's like this YouTube thing is kind of like at the precipice, but I don't want you to stop it. If you can add Instagram, but maybe lower your DMs and outreach. Okay. Maybe
or your editor, for example, if you say you have an editor now, your editor can do the Instagram for you. You don't have to worry about it at all at that point. At least to see like it's like how many tries can we get? Like when we were trying, for example, it's like how many tries can we get? Like, when we were trying to grow Poppy, we would do like webinars, and then we would do this, and then we would try this, and webinars we would like spend hours and hours and hours, like days, and like you get like one sale, and then we tried affiliates, and we just tried this creator, like you'll get like no sales, and then just randomly something just happened.
We were trying everything. We were so depressed, and we were running out of money, and we spent thousands of dollars like on this fucking ad.
Hundreds of thousands.
We spent like I'm talking about one specific webinar, and we spent $1,000 on this webinar to get people there, cold ads, and we were like, this is gonna be our thing. And like I was studying Russell Brunson, and I'm like, this webinar is gonna be the greatest webinar. I prepared the hell out of it for weeks. I mean, this was the best presentation I've ever done. And keep in mind, I've done over 2,000 published videos. And this was the greatest thing that I've ever done. And I've done tons of live webinars with Nas, and I was like, this is the best.
Yeah.
And to make sure everybody shows up, we texted everybody to show up. We texted confirm, and then you're gonna appreciate this because you understand calls and show up rates and all of that. And we call people, and then we call confirm every single one of these people that they're gonna and a lot of them are gonna show up. And we got to this webinar and we presented it, and literally I knocked it out of the park. Probably one of the best webinars I've ever done. And we cleared a whopping $347 off the back of this. One sale, one person bought out of like hundreds that attended live.
And then even then we refunded that person, I believe. I think.
Yeah, later we had to do that, and so it's like, but then a month or 2 months later we had that one TikTok that blew up, and it like literally changed our life. And so I feel like
push through though. Like,
what's up?
How did you guys push through that experience?
It did suck, and maybe we were also like, that's another benefit that we had each other too. That helped because I think it makes it a little bit easier when you look at the other person and you're like, oh, he feels like shit too. Okay,
he wakes up in the morning and his thought is fucking palpitating,
Yeah, that's great. And so that kind of held us through. And we were just like, we're gonna make it work with this, or we're just gonna keep going. We're not gonna go back to the other for now.
And I think, and Kazi, you said this as well too, and we talk about this. It's just like, what is really the worst case scenario, right? Where are we going to be? Like, worst case scenario, for example, even when we were building this, it was like, okay, worst case scenario, we go to live with our parents, they have money, we can live there, we can eat there, and that's pretty much all I need. I'm not gonna be on the streets. Well, let's just say we go to my parents. Okay, we go to my parents. Let's just say, at least we can eat, we can sleep, and then we're Gucci, and then we can always get a job at some point. You can always go back to a tax sales job, right? So you can always get a job in a specific niche. So like, worst case scenario, like you have the right, you have the skills to make money, right? You're just not using them right now because you're trying to explore something else, and that's okay. But the worst case scenario, if you think about that, and if you're okay with that worst case scenario, I think just keep that in mind.
Yeah, live with the worst case scenario. And Yvonne, how do you say your name? Yvonne. Okay. The thing that you're doing, that you might be doing, is you think the 3-month cash runway is the backup. Wrong. You're the motherfucking backup. You have to remember that. you know, like Nas said, you have the skills. You're the person that made that money. You can make that money back. You created that. So you can always go back to the tech sales job. And that's kind of what we realized too. We're like, a worst case scenario, you know, we're going to be living at parents' house, still coding, which we love to do and building this thing. And also if we want it, we really want it to, I mean, we can go get a tech job. Like I have that skill, or I can do the sales job. I can do sales for somebody. So they're always, you know, we need tech sales. So, hey, 3 months it doesn't work out. Here's my business card. Call me. But you know, that's the thing. So it's like, you don't have to, you're the backup, and you have to like remind yourself of that. But the main things that are really hard, you have a lot of those things, right? You have something that is going to work. It just takes time. And so you have to find ways to hang in there. And worst case scenario, you just go at a slower pace. You get a job and then you do some YouTube on the side until like something cracks.
Yep.
Like, what would be your advice on how to like talk more authentically on camera? Because right now when I'm filming, like I'm definitely not 100% myself.
Yeah, so
Like, I
it's
noticed.
fantastic. Like I would say this, like so many of my starting videos, it was so hard for me to talk like very authentically. Like I'm talking to a friend. It was really hard. A lot of my first videos are not like that, but I did a couple of specific things. So I'll tell you some techniques that I did. My goal always from doing videos was to become a better public speaker. It wasn't just to make better videos. So what do I mean? It's fundamentally changed the way I shot and did content. So I decided to not do multiple takes ever. I just called it one take, and you know, I call myself the
Wonder.
And so it's like become the one take wonder, which is like you don't have the reset button and you can only shoot it once. And the reason why I did this, Yvonne, is because I was doing a full-time job and I was going to college, and so I didn't have any time. I had like about 50 minutes in a day that was that I could use to shoot content or whatever. So within that 50 minutes, I didn't have the luxury to like mess up a take, do it again, then look at the script, then do it again. I just had to shoot 50 minutes worth of content in 50 minutes, and that's what I did. And so I was like, I'm gonna teach this tutorial, I'm gonna talk about this thing. Like, let's just go. For example, and I can prove to you that you can talk without needing a script. For example, do you remember last time speaking maybe with a friend or a family member for like maybe over 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you need a script for that?
No.
So what happened? How did you speak authentically for over 30 minutes?
I'm just talking about my opinion. That's it.
Exactly. Right. You were talking about something that you knew and you had an opinion on it. And so that's kind of the main thing. So it's like I trained myself to do one take shoots specifically over a prolonged period of time. And what that did is it made me realize I can't do a retake. So I have to be like tied in with my emotions. And that started to make my videos more and more authentic as I went on, because I felt like I was like live. Other than that, it's going to be like volume and practice in general, because you're going to start to feel more and more comfortable when you're talking to the camera and then be more yourself. But those specific tactical things I can share.
Yeah, I would also say something similar, because when I came to work with Kazi back when, you know, what, 4, 5, 6 years ago, with Cloud Programmer, I was very scared to talk on camera. I did not feel comfortable at all. Maybe kind of how you feel right now potentially, but I think, you know, the first thing that he did, or that I did with Kazi, he like forced me into when I was in California, and he was like, okay, let's go to Santa Monica. And we all went to Santa Monica Pier. And he was like, I want you to stand in the middle of Santa Monica Pier in the middle of everybody. And Frankie, our video guy, Frank's gonna shoot you, and you're gonna film this video title. 7 years of coding. 7 years. And I still remember this video so well. I was like peeing my pants. I was like, no, I'm not filming this video. I'm not making this video right now. I have 0 ideas, there's no script. I'm just like going back and forth.
People that are just watching him as he's shooting. Like,
Hundreds of people going by me, and I'm just like, I feel clueless what to say, you know. But in that time, I actually learned a lot about myself, and I learned of like, actually, it's just about like, of not thinking about anything else, and just think about like what you want to say in the moment, and the ideas that you have. And that was it. And then I did that. That was really, really scary. But then consistently, I continued to do more and more and more. And consistently, you know, we would do YouTube lives where we would be live on a YouTube video for 4 hours, for 4 hours long, teaching people. That got us really good at that point as well. And so it's like what Kazi said, you know, it's one take wonder. Don't forget about the script for a second there, and just talk how you would normally talk to a person. And don't worry about, you know, how it turns out. You can always edit it out later on. And then second, you know, if you want to practice even create a crazier way, practice it in front of everybody else. Go to a crowded place and then film yourself. That's how I got comfortable.
Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys are so cool. Thanks for that.
Of course. Thank you.
I'm excited for you. I want to see your journey.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Amazing. So I think that has been absolutely awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here.
Kazi, pause.
Yes.
Bro,
Thank you, bro.
This was freaking awesome, bro. 3 hours? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? Everyone, if you're still on the call, all 57 of you, drop some fire, some love in the chat for Kazi and Nas.
Thank you, guys.
Armstrong. Let's go.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah.
Just want to reiterate, to go and get Poppy, you're going to go to getpoppy.ai, use code SCHOOL, SCHOOL, and you'll get $35 off of your subscription plan. So any last words, you guys?
That's it.
Do better.
Yeah, I like what you guys are doing. I think there's a lot of passion behind every single person here. You know, everybody's trying to either build a business or make content, and I fucking love that. So just continue to do that. Continue to build an epic community and create epic job. Just go hard down to build this community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And please, if any of you guys get wins, just like share them with us or hit us up on Instagram or something. Just tell us. Like, I would love to know.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, guys. And then Kazi and Nas, check your Instagram DMs for a little note. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you all tomorrow for the mentorship call with Henry Kastner, and have an amazing, amazing day and night.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, San Antonio.
Bye, buddy. Bye.